welcome to session 47 of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Last session, we went on a heist to steal back a stolen mandolin, a mandolin with special magical powers. It had been taken by a music teacher to his conservatory, where he taught children how to be talented musicians. So, having a bit of time to plan, he decided that taking 3 talentless musicians to his door would be the best plan of action. With Picard as your father, you rocked up at the door. 2 talentless and 1 mildly talented musician. You rocked up at the door. Well, the performance on the
audition
when you needed it.
I was nervous.
So you rocked up at the door, gave it a good hard knock, and entered. Having used disguise self, your time was limited, and Scarrick, being clever in his decision, he decided to use it to get to work straight away. Having only just
ran off straight away.
Having only just entered the conservatory, Scarrick demanded to go to the toilet, and after being taken upstairs by the butler, served to do some tomfoolery to lock the butler in the toilet and gain access to the rest of the house. While this was happening, Death was doing his rendition with, I think, was it a flute he had? Styles?
Yeah, I believe it was a flute, yeah.
Flute. And
doing my screamer at the same time.
Exactly. And Ozzy, you, unfortunately, although you are a very, very talented musician, failed to perform when it came down to it. So, Scarrick, running around upstairs, found a load of children practicing music, and then pushing his way past them, found a locked room, and after identifying where the item was, he decided that that was where he needed to be. Failing to break the lock, he communicated to Ozzy, and after a bit of to and fro, you both managed to get up there, and by this point the ruse was sort of coming to an end, and you were politely being asked to leave. And then you got in the room, you managed to open it. Upon opening the chest, Scarrick, you were hexed by the ward, which instantly made you want to leave the room and not even think about the mandolin. But unfortunately, because you'd misty stepped through, hadn't you? That's how you got to the other side.
No, I used
the door was
teleport.
locked. Teleport, sorry. The door was locked, so you couldn't get out. Stuck on the inside with Joster, the slightly too cool manservant or friend of I can't remember his name. Skaldarang, the owner of the conservatory.
Cynthian.
Cynthian, that is it. Cynthian, with Cynthian's friend outside the door, just waiting for you to, waiting to open it to get you. You decided that you may have to go out the window. It was at this point that the pet of the rock showed its face, the giant megapede whose body just scrolled past the window, and then it just waited, looking at you. And you're in a pretty sticky situation with one person on one door and a giant megapede on the other. How did you escape? I can't quite remember.
Dimension door. Dimension doored me, Ozzy and Scarrick, back to the ship.
That was it.
Dropped off the mandolin and then headed back to fight.
That was it. And it was upon fighting that you saw Joster turn into a devil on the roof, what appeared to be a devil winged.
I think he did that just before as we left, or just before we left. I think that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay,
he revealed himself.
Time to
you
go.
Also saw some small imps which were around him. And with the party being split, you two downstairs, Styles and Picard, you decided you had to go up and help your friends. And it was you who fought Cynthian on the stairs, finding out his true power. He wasn't just a fumbly old music teacher. He actually had a bit of clout to him. And there was a good to and fro on the balcony, but eventually he came to a grim demise. Getting the word that your friends are out, you then jumped down, had a massive fight with a megapede, and then left a trail of dead bodies and helpless children, but the mandolin was in hand. So you are now back on board the Dragonfly, drifting away back out to, I presume, the pit stop. But there is one more thing before we begin. At the start of last adventure...
Oh, just to interrupt, because there was one more thing you missed.
Okay.
Picard also had a dream at the very start
That's
of the
what I was going to say.
Oh,
At the start of the adventure, Picard had his first sleep, or presumably first sleep.
Discovered him sleeping.
As the party, you questioned whether he just always slept and you never really knew, and he was just really shit at watch. But yeah, that's something that's happening. And it is as we are slowly moving away from the scene of the crime that we pick up in wild space, mandolin in hand. 2 corpses, 1 corpse. In your wake. What do you wish to do?
So we've just we're heading back.
You got back in the ship. You jumped in and you kicked it into Spelljammer speed.
I think we were discussing like whether we were gonna go back or what we were doing.
Yeah, the last thing you sort of had a to and fro about was it right to leave the children.
We didn't kill the butler,
Megapede.
did we?
No, you didn't kill the
there's kitchen staff and
the
stuff.
butler and the kitchen staff. You didn't kill Joster because he just disappeared from the roof, and you
incubus,
didn't kill the Megapede.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
So the Megapede can look after them.
I don't.
I've heard they're very nurturing, very motherly.
Whilst everyone's talking, I just go to like the side, sit down, and I'm going to be looking over the mandolin.
Okay. Well, hopefully, can you guys see that?
Yes. You.
That's what it looks like.
I think I did put it in my.
Yeah, I've popped it into all your journals on Roll20 as well.
No, I don't want them to see what it does.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't found it yet, so I don't know yet.
It's only in yours.
Right now.
Gum. But you should be able to see the picture. It looks like quite a normal instrument, however, there is this detailed silverwork across the soundboard, and it's very finely made, and little suggestions to what it might do. But if you spend the rest of the day, you would be able to attune to it, Ozzy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know we've got to take it back to Froddy, but I would be sat in the corner looking it over, and I suppose attuning to it. Kind of reluctantly at first because it's not mine, but I think the curiosity would just get the better of me, because this is very similar to what I was tasking. What was her name?
Zenderos.
Captain Zenderos.
To find for me.
Yeah. And the rest of you, patch up your war wounds.
Yeah, I suppose I'm doing the eye rolling thing in the chair. I imagine my eyes are rolling back and I'm
Helming the ship.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Eye rolling.
Really could do with an autopilot.
I don't know if you could teach someone else to fly it. They'd have to attune to the ship, I think.
Nope.
Check that. Scarrick? Picard? Polishing
not
armor?
much.
Polishing weapons?
Picard's
Is
just
that
really
what you call it?
looking at Ozzy. So I'll say, Mr. Ozzy, you've taken to that instrument quite quickly. Is it a good one? Not a waste of our efforts.
Oh man, this is I've seen a lot of musical instruments in my time. This is like nothing I've ever come across. I've heard tales of such an instrument, and I actually asked Captain Zandros back in Saltmarsh to keep an eye out for something like this, but I never actually. It was kind of just a fleeting request. Like, these things are like legendary. You know, just what are in stories and fairy tales and songs.
Wow.
Never thought.
I'll admit it's impressive, but it seems an awful shame then that we're going to presumably bury it with Froddy, never to be seen again. But we're doing the right thing.
You make a good point. I could keep
we are
it.
doing the right thing. No, that's not the point I was making.
My precious.
The point I was making was, although it is difficult, we will do the right thing and return it to Froddy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Obviously. It's just, wow. It's pretty impressive. Trying to think of like a comparison that I could give to you in nautical terms. Like, imagine you come across the first edition of the Tide Times.
Oh,
And it's
first edition.
embroidered with gold. And every time you open it and read it, it like projects the tides in front of you, and you'd want to keep it, wouldn't you?
It sounds far too flashy. I think I would hate it. But I understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
For the Tannoist system or whatever that's about, isn't it? Plays a tune, Ozzy. Plays a tune.
Ooh,
No, yeah, play it.
hang on a sec.
You can at least have some fun with it before we bury it in the ground again. Do we have to take it to Froddy, or do we have to take it to the? I'm assuming Froddy, because he's up and about now. Bless him.
He did ask for it back, yeah. He said return his mandolin and he
Okay.
will return to the grave.
There's lots to read. Okay, well, if you've allowed me to attune to it, then I would start playing a tune. And
One of Froddy's or one of yours?
one of Froddy's. And
This is the best song I've ever heard.
fuck off.
Wow, you've really excelled yourself. You're really improving.
As the song goes on and I get more and more into it, the usual colours and shapes and swirls that are associated when I play with mine come into view, but they're more bright and intense. They go out and extend further, and I'm like so enthralled in the song, I don't even notice that I'm actually levitating like a few feet off the ground. And as I reach the end of the song, I'm like, oh shit, and I fall down to the ground on my bum.
Nice.
Jeez. Like,
I'll just kind of look up from polishing my hammer back. You right, Ozzy? You fall over?
I was floating. Like,
Aye, you're playing really good. Aye.
wow, this thing, this has got some deep-rooted magic in it. Like, almost like it can make you fly.
Well, that's pushing it, I think.
Yeah, let's not go crazy, Ozzy. It is just an instrument at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Can I just remind you that we are flying through space at the moment? You know, let's try and broaden our horizons a bit.
That's not impressive. We're over
I'm
that.
sticking up for you with a flying. And that I just dip the ship a bit so it all bounces out.
Look, we're all flying now. It's just
Dipping the ship at spelljammer speed is whoop. People are like smashing into shit.
Oh, sorry, rogue wave.
So on this journey there is time to rest, time to sleep. It's just over a day's journey back to the pit stop. And Ozzy, as you play more on the mandolin,
Do we
and
get-
just become accustomed to. The rest of you turning in for the evening. Styles, you dropping out Spelljammer speed and leaving the ship, leaving your helm, returning to bed. Picard. It's been a long day.
I think we'd talk about that if we'd agree to leave Picard.
Okay, yeah. So, it's been a long day, past the normal time you wish to rest, and you were all about to settle down. Before you discuss Picard, you do have an unusual feeling come over you. Your eyes feel heavy and your body aches. And as the rest begin to go to their bunks, I assume they ask if you want to stay up and take watch.
You right, Picard? You still
Yeah, I must have...
That was a yawn.
No, it was merely a sigh of exhaustion from that great battle we did.
That's what a yawn is. A sign of exhaustion.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I think you're wrong.
I've never seen you do that before.
It is new.
You've never seen me do lots of things before. It doesn't mean I can't do them. You've never seen me do a backflip before.
But can you do one?
We may never know.
Well, I want to know right now. Do it.
You've said it now. I'm afraid you're going to have to do it.
Make a acrobatics check.
Oh, it's a 6.
Picard breaks his neck.
Picard, doing everything you do with confidence, before practicality, I would say. You throw yourself back as hard as you can. Unfortunately, the small confines of the ship are not quite adapt to backflips, and you you go back semi-horizontal before completing the full rotation and slam onto the deck.
Oh, the ship is too small.
Still close.
That I worked on the Sea Ghost. I've got all the room for backflips on the Sea Ghost. Well,
I think Picard's tired.
How embarrassing for the ship.
I think Picard needs a nap.
No, Picard is standing guard as he often does.
It's only
I
taken
don't
you
think we
3
can
months,
risk it.
but you finally are tired.
I mean, do we actually need anyone to keep watch?
Remember the clowns?
Does the ship not, lock up or anything?
It's not a corner
Yeah, but we
shop.
could wake up surrounded by clowns.
I'll keep watch, fellas.
Just
Don't you
lock
worry.
the doors and keep the key in the hole.
I trust you, Captain.
Exactly. See, Mr. Scarrick gets it. Now toddle off to bed, you young'uns, you whippersnappers.
It's okay if you need anything. Just wake us up and one of us can take over you. It'll be all right. Wake Scarrick up first.
I'm sure. Yes. Right.
Alright. Night.
Good night, everyone.
And I will
Good
just pour
day.
out 2 more vials of acid.
Okay.
The old acid collection. Add it to your inventory. I thought we didn't need these.
This is
Did
unusual.
we? You never mentioned anything about that.
No, it was you guys. You just didn't use them when you went into the thingies. I was like,
No, I wasn't going to be using them for that.
He's got his
I
own
wanna
weird
sell 'em.
uses.
I just remember the vague talk of acid attacks. That was the thing that stuck in my mind.
Bad optics.
No, I want to sell them. It's because they're 25
Okay.
gold a piece.
Got ya. So yeah, pouring acid into. So if you're starting to stockpile acid, then what precautions are you taking?
They're in my bag of holding.
You're just putting them in the glass bottle with the cork and chucking them in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
He's not wearing a mask or anything.
And you have 4 now, do you?
Yeah.
Cool. So you turn into your bunks. I mean, it's something we don't discuss a lot, but being adventurers, after you've had an ordeal like this, after you've thrown yourself off a balustrade down to the ground and fought creatures and had to duck and dive, your muscles do ache. You do get tired. You need your rest. And as the rest of you turn in, leaving Picard on watch, it is to a good night's sleep that you will go. Just before we go into Picard, will anybody be getting up to check on him during the night?
I will wait to be woken up by my captain.
Yeah.
Can I roll on it? Because
It's up to you, yeah.
I
It's
would-
whether you think...
well, the only excuse I would have for it would be I'm to-ing and froing with like what to do with this guitar. Like I really want it and I'm really excited about it, and so I might not be able to sleep and I might come down.
Why don't you
At
roll
some
and
point.
see how well you sleep? Over 10 you sleep really well. Well, over 15 you sleep really well. Between 5 and
I'm gonna roll as
15
well.
fitful.
Okay.
Under 5 nothing at all.
12.
12. So you're in and out of sleep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then at some
2.
point I would probably
You struggle
come
to
down to
sleep.
the main area and just stretch my legs.
Picard, what do you do for your watch?
Well, there's not much ocean to look at, but I'll
Have a nap.
I'll walk down across the deck. I'll probably stand at the arse end
Yeah.
of the damselfly.
Staring at the sky.
Yeah.
For you, Picard, staring at the wisps of colour, the shooting stars that trail across the night sky, the slow rotation of planets in the far distance, your mind drifts. You dream of vibrant gardens and the woman from your first dream, the dark flowing hair trailing behind. As you follow her, you smell the mixed scents of lavender and wildflowers. However, as with all dreams which others will have experienced but not you, they're on the edge of memory. And just before you wake, only one part sticks in your brain. The woman you've been following turns. She's smiling. She allows you to catch up to her, and she kneels in front of you and wraps a colourful ribbon around your right leg. Wrapping it like a bandage over your boot, she looks up with a small laugh. And then you awake. Now what you awake to? So for you, Styles and Ozzy. Ozzy, you are in and out of sleep, but Styles, you can't sleep at all. And it's around 3-4 hours when you hear a thud on the deck above.
I will cautionally go investigate said foot.
Ozzy, I would say you sort of, this thud wakes you, but you don't hear it, but then you do hear movement from Styles moving, so you can go if you wish as well.
Yeah, I'd like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink. Yeah.
Okay. So as you two come onto the main deck, the metal carapace covering just the windows looking out, you see at the end in the dim light from the astral that comes in, the shape of Picard's corpse laid flat on his back.
Corpse isn't the right word. Why would you say corpse?
I mean,
Buddy.
you are dead, aren't you?
Ugh.
Or undead, I guess.
Doesn't make me feel good.
Styles, you can't sleep either.
No, I heard a thud, you could say.
Oh, I thought I heard a
But
noise.
I'd investigated. You seen Picard? He should be on watch, and I'd go out onto the deck.
He's probably sleeping.
He doesn't. Oh my god!
Is that?
And I rush over. That's why I don't do voices.
He was perfect.
Yeah.
Wait, is he asleep? Is he actually fuck? He's actually asleep.
Yeah, you see his chest moving up and down. There's the beginnings of a snore as he breathes
But he
deeply
doesn't
through his
breathe.
mouth. Oh, he doesn't breathe. Yeah, that's true.
So it would look
Doesn't
like he's
he?
dead.
What a complicated.
No,
No,
he
we've
doesn't
gone
breathe.
through
What
that. He
complicated
went
man
through the
doesn't
water,
breathe.
didn't he?
Well, he
Does he
looks
snore though? If he talks, does he snore?
There is a dull
dead?
vibration pulsing through his body, which you can assume is a low power mode.
Does he have a heartbeat?
Yeah, does he have
I
blood?
don't know if he has a
we
fucking
got through
heartbeat, do we? We haven't gone through that.
Is he just a
He's
husk
warm.
of a
Bleed when
man?
he's been
He's warm
stabbed.
to the touch, I think. I think you're warm. Oh, fuck knows.
God, how dead is
Looks
this guy?
I will try and rouse him anywhere.
Pikehead, it's up to you.
Draw a moustache on him.
I always think
Got him.
I think of
See if
him
he
like
bleeds.
I think of him like the pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, they're sort of dead, but they're not.
Yeah.
So things taste like shit, and yeah, they can go underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess no breathing.
No breathing. We did decide that, but a heartbeat perhaps.
In this,
Let's
In
say
this
yeah.
world.
Let's say it's magically perpetual
Yeah.
because
how do
it's
you
all
extinguish
magic.
candles if you can't blow them out?
Exactly.
How
Death
do
is
you-
ruined.
How do you talk if you can't?
You've noticed he always does this.
Yeah, how do you talk? This is
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of
It's true.
holes.
It's air going over vocal cords.
We'll presume some magic gives me some basic body type stuff.
I think I would say what
But
it,
there
this
do-
is my this is
so
the
do you
DM's
snore?
interpretation.
Yeah.
When he talks, he inhales air and exhales it. However, when he's not talking, he doesn't breathe.
Yeah, I figured he can still move his lungs.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
But
asleep
he just
wouldn't
doesn't
breathe.
need to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
we've
no snoring,
sidetracked.
'cause that,
He's
yeah,
not-
but is it
What's
is he
his
snoring or
podcast?
not? Because
That's-
that would dictate what I did next. You see,
Okay, we've decided that he has a heartbeat.
Yeah.
is he snoring?
No.
I would just run up and try shaking him then, thinking
Okay.
there's something wrong.
Okay.
If he was snoring, I would have stopped and let him sleep.
Okay. You shake him. Obviously, you come up, and it is that point, Pikehead, that you wake up.
Yeah.
He was sleep. He was sleeping. You saw it.
Don't
Back
say
out,
you
he
was
was
asleep.
sleeping.
Have you always slept?
Don't be ridiculous.
Packard, you was
You-
we saw it this time. Like you were definitely asleep.
No, you have known me for long enough to know that I do not sleep.
What was you doing?
As you talk, Pikehead, you
Looking-
realise your perspective is currently looking up at the ceiling with these two over you. And as you go to sit up, you struggle to move your right leg. It's stiff and seems to be locked in a straight position.
I must have. Oh, my leg.
What's wrong with it?
This is. I can't move it.
What?
It seems inactive.
What do you mean you can't move it? That's ridiculous.
Well, it's not.
You mo-
It's not moving.
I poke it.
This happens when I sleep sometimes. If you sleep funny, it goes dead.
That's
I
it,
wasn't
you,
asleep.
you were laying on the side and now you've got a dead leg.
I was clearly laying here observing, the
Ceiling?
space, the ceiling. Yes.
Canopy is shut. You can't see anything.
Yes. Well, that's the poor design of this ship, isn't it? And I've clearly tripped and fallen, and perhaps pinned my leg somewhat.
I hold out my arm to like help him up.
And
I get the other side.
and I reach.
I go for his dodgy arm.
Yeah.
It's sort of like you can move your leg in a straight position from the hip, but it's sort of like the knees locked up. It does, after around 5-10 minutes, begin to ease up.
Oh, it's terribly stiff. Must be old age.
No, that's sometimes happens when you sleep funny. You get pins and needles, and you get like a dead leg or an arm.
Are you trying to be funny?
No,
Are you taking the piss out of me, sir?
no, I'm not. I'm being sincere. Doesn't
Dead
happen
leg.
often, but I'm being sincere.
Sleeping dead legs. You're talking nonsense. All of you are talking nonsense, and then I just like push past them and then
Okay, maybe
saunter away.
I can't sleep anyway. Maybe go for go for a sit down, and I'll keep watch.
Why don't you try a bed?
Fine,
Comfy.
I'll lay on it. I'll lay on a bed.
Just give it a go.
You don't want to go on my bed. As a seaman, you want one of the hammocks, don't you? Don't you? You don't need my bed.
You can have my bed.
Excuse me.
Or my hammock. Well, my
You don't have a
sleeping
bed,
right
you
now.
have a hammock.
You can have my hammock. I can't get to sleep anyway. I'll sit down here.
Instead of taking a hammock, Picard goes to the sitting area
Okay.
and sits on the sofa.
Okay. For the rest of the evening, Picard, do you stay awake? Like normal? For the others, I'll say if you, from this point onwards, just rest and relax, whether you sleep or not, you'll still gain your long rests. And as morning, or you feel like you've had a suitable rest, Styles, you jump back into the Spelljammer helm and continue to travel. Your travel to pit stop is unbroken, and you arrive in good time.
While Picard was sat there not sleeping, he wrote on a piece of paper a few thousand times.
I'm awake.
I'm awake. Picard never sleeps.
Fucking do it. He's such a psychopath.
I assume you've written it over one of the books off the bookshelf, and then
Yeah, I've just scrolled it over all the words that were already there. Just line after line after line. And then when morning comes around, I stand up and I very, very proudly put it back and I go, "See, I knew they were talking nonsense."
You put it back. You see down the spine, first edition.
I knew there was nothing wrong with me.
I hope it wants a beginner's guide to extraterrestrial relationships, because that is a rare book.
It was tackling with sleep. So,
I like this music. It makes me think of that game. What's that space game that came out on Xbox? A bit like westerny, sort of like.
Oh, I know what you mean. Starfield.
No, not that one. It was before that. It was like a time one. It was like a weird time loop that
Outer
kept on
Planes.
reliving. Yeah. Space Banjo.
Space Banjo. And with Space Banjo, you arrive at the familiar sign of the pit stop, the large hammerhead vessel and the living vessel, perched on the rock. The dock's still empty, and the place still looking quiet.
Yo! Anybody in?
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna go and have a drink in the bar. I don't need to smell Proddy again. No doubt more of him's fallen off and decomposed in the time we've been away.
Right, Frotty. Yeah, that was. We're gonna go back to
I'll come and have a drink with you, Styles.
Frotty.
Yes, we must return his little mandolin.
Yeah, well, I could go take it to him if you want. If you guys want to go for a drink,
Well, you did have quite the rapport, both being starving artists. So yes, maybe it's best for you to handle this.
I'm not starving. My belly's always full.
Oh yes, I just meant like in terms of achievements. Like
No.
you haven't really like achieved anything with it. So that's fine.
Good. Top pants.
Always hammers it home.
I punch your other leg. Dead leg.
Ah.
Feel nothing. Just but a scratch. So, for those of you heading to the bar, you head to my left boot through again the narrow corridor of market stalls, most with shutters and whatever form of shutters they have closed. Entering my left boot, Elminster is there, greets you with a large, toothy smile, his eye running over you. I'll assume you tell him of your escapades and your success. And he...
Yes, but I made it sound like Picard was like the main driving force behind it all.
And we leave out the bit of abandoning the children. We don't mention that bit.
Yeah.
And as you talk, and he serves you a drink, and possibly some food, because I'd imagine you've only really been eating space biscuits on the ship. Ozzy,
Space biscuits.
you head big stack of space biscuits. You head to the small tent at the back. The dim glow coming from behind the flaps.
No, I don't. I run away. Never to be seen again.
Well, what do you wish to do?
No, I would. I'd head back to the tent. Like, Frotty? Frotty, you there?
I'm here. Is that you, Ozzy?
It is. We've returned.
Back so soon?
Yeah, we,
How did it go?
well, and I pull the guitar around. No,
There is a moment-
No, I pull my guitar around. Like, yep, we found it. We got it. All good.
You see, there is a moment of make a deception check. Have you done anything to your guitar?
No.
But you do have a mandolin, don't you?
I do have a very similar looking one, yeah. Deception.
Yeah.
It's quite good, actually. 16.
16. He looks at you. Bear in mind, half his face is gone, so he only has one eye. Bring it to me, so I can feel her.
I was afraid you might say that. I pull round the real one. I'm like, here you go, Fred. Hand it to him.
He doesn't see you swap, but he picks it up and puts it in his hand. It's dim in the tent. And as he leans back in his chair, you see his skin taut fingers, the bones fingering across the fretboard, but still the music it plays is just purely beautiful. His face glows what's left, but with happiness rather than radiation. He sits for 5 minutes with you in the tent, just playing scales, small licks, and then into songs as he gains momentum.
Do you mind if I join you? I like pull my guitar around. I'm like,
I'd be more than happy to have some company.
and I like
Let's play a little.
Let's start like trying to join in with him a little bit. Bit of a jam.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Oh god, don't fuck me. Oh fuck. 10.
10. Okay.
Fucking every time you say performance, I get a really low roll.
He plays along with you. You struggle to get some of the speed and pace that he's achieving. These are songs that you've never heard before.
Well, this guy's clearly more talented than I am.
And but as he
I don't wanna
plays,
admit
he sort of slips into your rhythm at points, and he adapts his to fit yours a lot of the time, so it still makes this harmonious music. You play for 5, 10, 15 minutes until the time just seems to ebb away. For those of you at the bar, you're having a food and you're onto your second drink. After some time, he looks up at you and smiles and places the mandolin on the table in front of him. Well, I'll be. That's her, all right.
Man,
That's my golden eggs.
You make it sing like you're really good. Don't tell the rest of the guys I said that, but man, you're fucking good.
You're not so bad yourself.
Yeah, but man, you're on another level. You really remind me of one of my band members.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a natural talent as well. Like, really good.
And where is he now? Perhaps he could join us and play.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I
quite
see.
far from here.
I was an adventurer as well as a bard, you know.
Is that so?
That's so. That's how this happened to me. He sort of looks down at his body, which is burnt and charred and rotting.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna.
Maybe that's just like looking him up and down, like. Yeah, maybe you're not so dissimilar to Dave after all.
Listen, Ozzy. That mandolin you got there seems pretty nice.
Served me well.
You told a lot of stories with it?
I try to. I mean, recently we've been doing more adventuring than playing, but I'd still like to, you know, put on a show now and again. Tell some tales of our adventures. This one's gonna make a pretty good one, that's for sure.
That's right. It will. But you and your bandmates have done me a great service. And as you can see, I don't exactly have my coin purse with me. How about we trade? I take your there mandolin and you take mine. I understand it has personal sentiment to you, but I would love for my dear instrument to tell more tales, and I promise you yours would rest easy with me.
Wow. Ozzy's like struggling to sort of hide a smile and a bit of excitement at the prospect.
Don't get cocky now.
I mean, it would be an honor. Your axe is, I mean, it's legendary.
I know.
And yeah,
perhaps you will be too one day.
Oh, I mean, I'm kind of already there, but you know.
Okay. I may be dead, but I ain't a fool.
Ruthless.
Listen, Ozzy. He sort of stands up, cricking his neck, what's left of it. It's time for me to go now. And he reaches over and takes your mandolin off you. But I know you'll be looking after her real good.
I will, with my life. And please look after her.
What's she called, by the way?
Great question, and you're gonna ask that, and I don't have a fucking name, do I?
He sort of looks it over. Looks like a rose to me.
A what? I was gonna say Sally.
Well, Sally it is then. How about Sally Rose?
Sally Rose. Love
Nothing
it.
like a double barrel out here.
You look after Sally Rose.
Oh, I will. Why don't you play me something as I go?
Do you have a name for yours?
Called Golden Axe.
Golden
I told
Axe. Okay.
Well,
Call her Sally. How about that?
okay.
I'm fucking bitch.
He sort of walks out the tent, pulling it back. You see, as he stood, he's like a walking skeleton. The flesh is wrapping around him. Just the remnants of clothes etched his body.
Where are you going? Do you have a place to stay?
Oh, I'm going back to my parents now. And hopefully I'll rest in peace once again. And you see him and he sort of walks to the edge.
Wait.
Yes?
You died, right?
That I did. Killed by a solar dragon.
How?
Mighty shame.
You got me thinking. Something you said earlier. How did you come back?
That knowledge is beyond me. All I know
Is it a musician thing? Can others be brought back?
He walks over and puts his hand on your shoulder. I can't promise anything. It could be. All I know is when I lost my axe, I came back to find it. But I can feel, now that bond's been reformed, my time is short. And I will return to the ground.
Okay. Good to know. Been nice meeting you.
It's been a pleasure meeting you as well. Play me something while I leave, will you?
I'll try.
That's what I like to hear. And as you sort of begin to pick your mandolin, he turns, walking to the edge of the rock where it just ebbs into space, takes 2 large steps and then pushes himself off. Jumping and breaking out the gravity field, he begins to drift. And as he drifts, he turns, 1 leg up, 1 leg down, your axe in his hands. And he begins to play along with you as he slowly drifts further and further away into the starfield.
I'm riffing. I watch him go until I can't see him anymore. And I head back into the bar.
My left boot. As you enter, you see your friends sat around a table. The remnants of empty beer and wine cups and empty plates. Some food left in the center.
Oh, see, I knew you'd do this. You have to give it back.
Come on, Mr. Ozzy.
No.
This is embarrassing.
He said I could have it.
Yes, of course he did.
No, he
Of course
did.
he did.
He really did.
Come on.
I promise.
Don't make us march you back to the tent.
No, I promise.
Ozzy, this town needs this dead man to leave. So
No. We like jammed. It was like a really beautiful moment, and he was like, "I want
Smells
you to
getting
have
worse. I can smell it on you, Ozzy.
it." Well, yeah, you spend a bit of time. It kind of clings to your clothes. No, for real. Like he drifted off into space to go live with his parents. I
And
think.
let me guess, he also said you were good at music.
You didn't kill him.
I didn't push him away. I did. Oh my god.
Did he say you were good at
Close
music?
Someone should have come with me.
Why would he send us on a mission to get his axe if he was just going to give it to you?
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense,
no,
Mr. Ozzy.
Could have saved a load of time if you'd just given yours from the off.
yeah, but then I wouldn't have had one. We
Would
traded.
have got you a new one.
No, you don't understand.
You don't
This is
need
special.
it. You flunked out of that school.
No. I was nervous. It was weird trying to play in a disguise. I just needed another go. I would have got us in there.
I bet Mr. Froddy wouldn't have made excuses.
Well, you know
going
what?
to that school.
He was actually really fucking good. I didn't give him credit where credit's due. He's like top notch, top tier.
Sounds like guilt to me.
No, it sounds like respect and admiration.
Playing the guy up now that you've killed him and stolen his axe.
At this
What did
point,
you do with the remains?
Elminster floats across. Oh, I see your friends here. Can I get you a drink? Oh, is that Golden Axe?
Yeah, it's golden axe.
Yes, he stole it.
I know,
unfortunately.
that's
that.
We're very ashamed of him. We're very ashamed.
Return it to Ozzy, quick. Return it to Froddy, quick.
No,
The
Friday
sooner he
still
leaves,
No, he's gone. He's gone. I've dealt with it. I'm not dealt with it. That sounds even worse.
Oh, Mr. Ozzy.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
dishonorable.
his eye begin to scan you like he was a town hero. What exactly happened?
Well, just don't fuck with the rest of mine.
Watch the YouTube. And you'll see. It's all on there.
Do you?
He seems to be telling the truth.
Yeah, I do. Inside check me, motherfucker.
You see one of his eyes like scan you.
Hey, Cad, where's your helmet?
He has
Oh
got.
yeah.
Yeah, he has. He's gone back to his parents, he said. Yeah, he said he can rest easy
They're
now.
dead.
Knowing that, I think that's the point. He's going back to
He
his
did kill
grave
him.
to settle. No, he's on his own terms now. And
He
he
sent
ga-
him to his grave.
Yeah, kill Friday, whatever. Give me a drink.
That's my boy.
I knew it.
Main thing is, he's gone and people will return.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Everyone's a winner.
This is cause
I think we
for
should-
celebration. You
I
see one of
agree.
his eyes.
Free drinks all night.
Well, perhaps not all night, but I do have something for you. You see one of his eyes lock onto one of the goblins, and after a short time, it comes back. In his hand is a large bottle. In relation to the goblin, it looks huge, almost like a giant's bottle. But for you guys, it's probably a good 2 pitchers of wine. A handwritten label. Can anyone read Elvish?
I think I can.
No.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
But I do have a new spell that can do it.
Well, Styles can read it anyway.
Okay.
Styles, you see, and you see a handwritten label, ornately decorated in a deep green ink, and you read in Elvish that is called Evermead. As the goblin presents it and begins to pour it for you all, Elminster says to you, "This is a gift from me. Have any of you ever drunk elven mead?"
I want to say yes, but I'm not sure.
It's been aged for hundreds of years. It's often drunk in the high elven courts.
Sounds like filth to me.
Now, please try.
Scarrig.
I'll have yours.
Well, well,
Oscar.
well.
Don't
It's
you worry.
it's a good sturdy percentage still. I'll leave you to try.
It's a bit
If you
sophisticated for this man, this dwarf
need
here.
anything, just give me a call. I need to prepare for the patrons to come back. Restock.
Yeah, now
Just
that
call me a
Freddy has
scumbag.
left on his own terms, they'll be flooded back in.
When you sip the mead, it is sweet and smooth and barely shows its alcoholic side.
Ah, see, the elves don't know how to make a good strong ale. This mead, you can barely taste the alcohol in it.
I think that's the point.
It's a smooth, refined taste. It's like a session. It's like a session
the
ale, a
taste,
session
I
drink.
think.
You just keep drinking, like a long day of it. You want something light and refreshing. This is it.
I agree. I agree with Ozzy.
After
Will we spending the night here again? And I just give Ozzy the little wink.
I would really like to. Yes. Maybe.
I think she'd be very grateful. We might get free rooms tonight.
Wait,
What do you mean, Mr. Styles?
what?
Staying in the
Misty Bunks.
where the cat lives.
It's the backseat.
I mean, if the police don't take her first, you mean?
What?
Please.
Yes, remember you told us she stole from you in the night.
Oh yeah, let's just keep that between us. Don't embarrass her. Like,
Pikehead, we steal off everyone.
We do not steal, we liberate.
yeah, we don't steal. Who steals?
Yes. Everything we acquire is, in the greater good. We take it from the hands of evil,
Or it's been gifted to us, like this axe.
or in Ozzy's instance, we murder a dear friend and we take his most prized possession.
But if he's already dead, I don't think it's murder. I think that's there's like a loophole there.
Clutching your sister's
Pikehead, I think
sword
you
like
could.
that.
I didn't steal it.
I think you could do with a good
Picard.
night's sleep.
Packard, make a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus, what are you doing to me?
Fidelity.
It was bad. It was a 6.
You all of a sudden just like a helium balloon just start floating up, and you rise up 20 feet, suspended.
Bumping into the top of the curved ceiling of the hammerhead. You're sort of up there in where the rafters, these metal beams sort of curve across.
Oh my!
Wait, how are you doing that, Picard?
I don't know. Get me down!
That's what you get for being a dick.
Wait, are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm
Can you
doing
do
it.
this?
Yeah, I'm using this. Like you see, like the axe almost like got a faint glow to it. This can do it.
Wow.
Packard,
Can you move him around?
Packard
No.
pulls the musket from off his back.
Oh, he's there for 10 minutes. No, don't put. You can't. Not in the bar. Put that away.
Get me down now, or I will shoot that axe clean from your hands.
All right. You just fall straight down.
Oh, dear.
So it's probably about 10 feet to the ceiling, so it's not too bad, but he collapse onto the floor.
Yeah. Packard immediately comes straight up vertical and dusts himself, and he goes, "Right, that's enough of that then.
How's your leg?
Yes, it's fine." Why would you ask about that? Why would
Well, because you had a dead leg from sleeping on it.
we get injured all the time? You never asked me about my actual dead arm.
Well, no, I can see that's fucked.
Wave it.
We did the first day we met you. Like the first time we found you asleep, we asked about the dead leg.
That is true. I can't fault that. That is absolutely spot on. Well, let's hope nothing else of me dies.
Yeah, you
Well,
lose
we'll get you a nice bed in Mister's bunk, and you can have a nice night's sleep.
No, you see, the thing is, I don't sleep, and I proved that the other night. I didn't sleep.
No, but you slept last night for definite. We saw you.
No, I slipped and fell on a slippery deck, most likely.
Oh, knock yourself out.
Because it's
likely.
it's nothing to be ashamed of. We all go through these phases.
Yeah, what do you
where
got
we get
against
tired.
sleeping?
I've got nothing against sleeping, but I have got issues with the truth. And the truth is,
Yeah, you do.
I do not sleep. And that is the end of it. We know this. We all know this.
I can't sleep. I don't have sleep anymore, but I wish I did.
Good.
For this moment.
So yes, I will do as I do every night, and I will keep myself busy.
Okay.
So if
You
I
say
remind
so.
you, the reason you came to the pit stop,
Yeah, wow, over here.
it was to
We're gonna buy
you have been
shit.
sidetracked. No, it was to
fucking
source
shops.
information about the traveller or Celestial, and how to gain access to the Astral Sea. Something that you couldn't get from the God's Hands Bar. With this being a trading post, you came here hoping that travellers who would pass would have information. I would presume, if you wish, we would spend a few days here while people start to come back into the pit stop.
Yeah.
Sounds valid.
In that case, then, let's do a little bit of financial work. So,
Oh,
for
my favourite
Mr.
bit of
Spunks.
D&D.
Gotta spend the money. Those of you wishing to sleep on the deck, it's 1 credit a night, and you'll need to pay 3. Those of you who wish a room, it's 3 a night, you'll need to pay 9.
I would.
And then
I'm gonna
I'll be on the deck
I'm gonna
with the
sleep on
tree.
the ship. I'm gonna sleep on the ship in
You
my
sleep
own
on the
bed
ship?
with some
yep,
peace and
that's
quiet.
absolutely free.
Oh yeah, to be fair, yeah, I'll just sleep on the fucking ship.
Yeah, if you want to sleep in a hammock rather than on the deck, if you're just choosing that. So
I would 100% be trying it on with Misty every night and trying to share a bed with her.
yeah, I'd say You're successful. I mean, after the first, it didn't go bad the first time, and you didn't try and kill her.
I have fallen in
So-
love with her.
You have several nights of pleasant sleep with
He
Misty.
loves that pussy.
Pussycat. Cannot resist that tabaxi. It's just too good.
Food
I
and
imagine
drink.
Ozzy to have scratches like randomly. Oh, man.
Coughing up furballs.
How do you wish to canvass information? People begin to come back over the next 2 to 3 days, and you see people begin to trade. Ships begin to come into the port as word gets around that it's now undead free.
Not smelly.
The stalls in the market begin to open back up. People come and trade with them. The owners set up there. The bar is the main hub of this place. Often ships with large crews will come, and the crews will hold up in the bar for the evening, eating, drinking, entertaining themselves before sleeping in the bunks or back on their vessels. How do you wish to
I would
provide
I would spend some money just going from like crew to crew, just like buying them a drink, subtly. And
Okay.
have you seen anything strange? I'd mention the clowns as well. If they'd passed that, was it an asteroid belt we went through and we saw the?
Yeah,
clown?
it was an asteroid
Clown.
belt where you got ambushed.
Yes,
So-
I'd mention that as well and see if anyone's heard anything.
In that case, I would say it probably cost you about 5 credits a day. So we take 15 off
Yeah.
just for buying general people drinks and food and things like that. And if you make an investigation check,
I'd like to be trying to sell my acid, and each night I would have tried to do 2 more, so
Fucking acid dealer.
and using that to also talk to them about it.
okay. Let me just
I-
check this. Go on.
I only got 7 on that investigation check.
I'll tell you, we'll get what everyone's doing for the 3 days, and then we'll come back to it. So Scarrick, you are trying to sell your acid in the market. The only person who would possibly buy it, you've probably got 2 people. Andy's ship parts may buy it for descaling as such, and then Trinket Trove would possibly buy one just to have a bottle of acid. So I'd say roll a d4.
3.
3. You managed to sell 3 vials, 2 to the handyman, handy shop, and 1 to the treasure trove or trinket trove. And if you make an investigation check to see how you do on your conversations.
How many? So 25 gold, but I'd like to. I was doing it so that I could get more credits.
So it's 25 gold each. I would say they would offer you.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Trinket Trove would offer you 100 credits
Okay.
if you're willing to accept that.
Yeah.
And Handy's spare parts would offer you 200 credits per vial.
Okay.
Nice.
D20 for investigation. Oh, 20. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
With +1. So 21.
Cool. What are you other two doing?
Picard's standing on like the street corner, just saying to people as they pass by, "Do you know the Traveller? What's the Traveller? What do you know? What was his name? Mr. Styles."
Good. Roll investigation with disadvantage.
Oh dear.
No one likes a canvasser.
10.
Not even in 10.
Good.
The Traveller could save you.
Ozzy, what are you doing? Are you setting up base? Or are
I
you just spending
would.
the time with Misty?
Yeah,
It's
I
up to
would
you.
be. I would be spending time with Misty, and I would, because was it Freya's fresh food?
Yep.
I'd be going there and buying like potentially exotic food that I've not come across before.
Okay.
And taking it back to Misty and like just hanging out with her, eating,
Sharing it.
drinking. I wouldn't ask or anything about the traveller because I would not remember to.
You don't care.
Totally distracted. Don't give a shit. I'm
Hey,
totally,
look, I got a can of whiskers.
How much credit would you spend?
totally just chilling in wild space right now.
30.
Yeah, and then I'd also go to Trinket Trove at some point and see what he has for sale.
Okay. So Trinket Trove is a small store run by an old Gif, and he wears an older style uniform. He takes up most of the shop space. However, around him is a series of shelves, and just lined on these shelves are small trinkets and artifacts, which he's found on his travels. So, with there being a vial of acid, there is also a golden coin, a small box of worn playing cards, a small golden locket, a single tarot card, a ceramic disc that looks like a full moon, a small iron hammer, and 7 small chrome balls, if any of them take your fancy.
I would. Do I get like any magic vibes off of any of them?
Some of them have like a small tinge of magic, but none of them, if you cast like detect magic, none of them flash up as like heavy magic items. They all seem to be trinkets rather than sort of accessories.
I would like to take them all.
You want to take them all? Okay.
And how much would you charge me for that?
Well, they all have an individual price, so let me just... You made me do maths, okay?
Providing they're not crazy expensive anyway.
Nah. So the gold coin's 18 credits. The playing cards are 8. The locket is 11.
Oh, hang on. 18.
I've got a calculator here. The tarot
okay.
card is 6. The ceramic disc is 10. The iron hammer is 15. And the 7 chrome balls are 9. So it comes to 77 credits.
Okay, I'll take the lot.
Taking a lot. Okay. Get a pen and paper. In fact, I'll just fucking send it to you, shall I?
And I would at some point in that meeting as well, I'd be like, "Whoa, you got that vial of acid? That's incredible. That's worth probably twice that. That's really rare."
You take it for 10.
No, I don't take it. I'm just saying.
I bet Scarrick would love that.
Right. I'm just going to copy and paste it into your journal, the stuff that you have.
Okay.
And then you'll remember. Save changes. So if you look in your journal, you've got Trinket Trove, and it tells you what all the items are.
Okay. Can everybody see these?
No, just you.
Okay. And then I also want to go to Suits for Spaces because that sounds cool.
Yeah. So Suits for Spaces, and again, I will go through all the shops because I'd imagine you would all be passing through this. There is time to kill, and especially as the sort of traders are filtering in across the days, you're there when they arrive, so you'll be watching them set up, maybe helping them bring some things and stuff like that. Suits for Spaces is run by an elven tailor named Hammond. He dresses very finely. He has a series of bandoliers and just pockets all over his clothes, all shades and colours. Sticking out of the pockets are several pairs of fine scissors, little reels of cotton and things like that. Hung proudly in the centre of his shop is a rack of fish suits. Now, fishes suits. God damn it. Fish suits. So, they are expensive, and in conversation he tells you they're expensive. A basic second-hand one is 50,000 credits. A fitted and altered one is 100,000.
A fish suit.
A fish suit? I was going to say, you're just talking about this like it's a normal thing.
Well, I'm going to explain what it is. So a fish suit is what can only be described, and you may have very rarely seen it back on Earth. Perhaps at certain points of the realm there are divers, people who pump oxygen down large tubes into helmets. This fish suit is a similar thing, yet for space. If a person is wearing a fish suit, it can be charged with oxygen, and they can travel through space without the need of an air bubble for a certain period of time.
It's a spacesuit.
He also sells regular clothes, and he will also make repairs and alterations to anything that you may need.
Well, I'm a man of fashionable taste. Fine, fashionable taste. That's what I meant to say. So, I would like some custom space clothes. And I would like some fancy space clothes.
Costing...
They kind of look like this.
Yeah,
my background.
The colours.
Yeah.
You spend 100 credits on several items of clothing that make you fit in with the locals. Other books that open up in this small market are the bindings, a small bookstore filled with tattered tomes. Middle-aged human woman runs a store with large glasses that make her eyes look like a bug. She's called Rose, and she always has her face in a book. Books that catch your eye as you look through them are the book To Serve Man, Who Moved My Cheese, The Fair Run Survival Guide, The Ravings of Gravus 3rd Edition, Where Is That Dragon Egg, and Patterns of Behaviour. If any of you are interested in them, you may inquire further. That's fine.
I would actually see if there's any books on IUs.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Use my IUs dice. 5. I'm not rolling very well tonight.
A lot of the tomes are poorly maintained. This isn't a pristine library. This is a small hovel in the centre of a hammerhead shark. Without spending the time, I'd say you begin to look for them and then get distracted and think, I'm going back to Misty because it's better than looking through this shithole. Is what I was
saying. Yep, you got him down to a T.
That is stalls that open up along the thingy. So some of the patrons you interact with, we'll start with you, Styles. You talk to a few people and you have some good conversations. You pick up small details of space clowns. The more you discuss, the more you see that space clowns are sort of the high-end bandit of space. There are other bandits in space, sometimes the Hadozi, sometimes just general people who try and trick others into giving them wares, but space clowns are more elite and more specific in general to their banditry. Other than that, you don't get much information on them. As for the traveller, you don't get anything. Maybe a few conversations of people knowing what the astral sea is, but nothing particular and no information on how to get there. High card. You do not get any information on the traveller. You do make a interesting acquaintance with a Rudam Shadul, who is a plasmoid inquisitor tracking heinous criminals. You notice him and approach him since he wears a long brown coat with a large side pack and a fedora-style hat. He informs you that his trail's gone cold and he's looking for rumours and sightings. And he asks you if you do find anything to go back to him and tell him.
I say absolutely, sir. I will let you know if I see anything.
My head nods. And he almost gives you like a wink in gel form.
What's he looking for? Who's he looking for?
Just heinous criminals.
Oh, okay.
He's a tracker. For you, Scarrick, spending your time, I'd say most focused or most successful out of these, there are a few people who intrigue you, and you think you're getting somewhere, but it falls through. One of them being Saiban, who was a Goliath that you saw carving in the corner of the bar. When you got to him, you saw he was carving small, intricate toys and gadgets. And as he stood up, you saw, even though he's carving these small, intricate toys, he is huge. Goliaths in general are at least 6-7 feet tall, and this guy is big for a Goliath. However, unfortunately, as you get in conversation with him, although you appreciate his tinkering and skills with his hands, you do not get any information you need. On the 4th day, though, you see a tabaxi at the end of the bar. She's drinking a bowl of kumis, a thing you recognise as fermented milk. And one of the things that drew you to her is the foul smell of the dried meat she's eating. She has an array of trinkets spread in front of her, some with arcane symbols, some seem plainer, and she's inspecting them and writing notes in a journal.
Oh, what are you eating there?
Oh, sorry. And she sort of begins to sort of push it into a small pouch. I know not everyone likes the smell.
It's fine, it's just quite intense. Do you like the taste?
Oh, yes. Would you like some? It's
Try
just
a
a
bit.
form of jerky, really. You try some and you get a strong sense of that umami flavour, the savouriness. However, there is a slight acidic tinge, as if when in the drying process this meat turns slightly. Almost like a fermented fish. However, this is a meat.
It's an acquired taste, but I don't mind that.
I'm surprised most people just spit it out. What's your name?
Sorry, I'm Scarrick, by the way.
I'm Cassandra.
Nice to meet you, Cassandra.
Nice to meet you.
What are you playing with there? What are these trinkets?
Oh, these aren't toys. These are my tools.
Oh, what do you do?
I'm on an expedition for knowledge. I'm writing a book.
Oh. What kind of knowledge? Aren't we all on an expedition of knowledge?
I assume we all are, but some people's knowledge is more refined, like mine. I am researching the Astral Sea, or as you may know it, the Silver Void. It's the more common tongue.
I don't know much about it, to be honest. This is my first time.
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't know anything about it. It's just on the edge of our wild space. Some people are born here, and at this, her body just like imbued with this passion for a subject that she's devoted some of her life to. So many people are born here, and they know tales and stories of the silver mists and adventurers, but they don't know anything about the facts. I am writing a book called A Wayfinder's Guide to the Silver Void, and I hope it will be a bestseller when it's published. It will have all the facts, everything a person needs to know.
That sounds fascinating. Put me down for the first edition.
Well, I will.
Do you have any mention of the Traveller in there?
No, I'm afraid I do not. Is this someone you know?
Well, it's someone we're looking for. One of our party knows him.
Oh, connected to the Astral Sea?
Aye, very much so, I think.
Well, again, a common misconception is people believe you need a map for the Astral Sea, but in true reality, when you're there, you just think it. A lot of things there are powered by intelligence. If you think where you want to be, you will be there. If you want to find your friend, just think of him.
What?
I'm sorry. When you're in the astral sea, you travel by foot. Some people even simply travel by foot. They don't need a ship, but most people who spend a long time there do take a vessel.
So you could just float about?
Yes, using the power of your mind. It's different from here. Here is a place. You are a thing, and she touches your arm. I am a thing, and this whole place is solid. The astral is more like a liquid in the mind. It's different from here.
You're blowing my mind a wee bit there. Yeah.
Here, perhaps some of these extracts from the book will help. And
Oh, thank you.
you sort of sit with her for a good couple of hours, drinking and discussing and talking, and she shows you some of the prefaces of the book that she's written. Most of it in draft form with handwritten notes on the side and small diagrams. The information you glean from this is, as she said, you don't need maps or charts. You just think where you want to go and you go there. Some people just drift mentally, leaving their body on a different plane, but some people go in physical form and take a ship. Most that travel there for long periods take ships. And you know when you're entering it because the space around you begins to turn into a silvery haze. By travelling into the haze and out the other side, you pass from wild space into the astral sea. She's been several times, and on different expeditions she collects different pieces of information, taking her back to the Rock of Brow where she collates her notes, and that's where she's going when she stopped at the pit stop. And there's one more thing. A marker in wild space that you can get to, our closest access point. It's a point I use. Have you heard of the Waystone Inn?
No, I don't think I have.
Do you have a map or a piece of paper?
Aye, okay, I'll be a parchment.
She sketches a rough map of wild space, similar to what you have all seen when Starl showed it to you. Plotting a point on your map, she shows you to the edge of where the astral sea is. A small dot. She explains that the Waystone Inn lies in a large chunk of rock, the final stop before venturing on. And she informs you that the owner is called Gwen.
Thank you, that's great information.
Oh, it's no trouble. The information really is the key to prosperity. I believe in all cultures. There's nothing like having an ill-informed person.
Aye, mistakes can be made very easily without the facts.
Indeed. Every person should know everything about any endeavour they're venturing to. It's foolish to enter without common information. My
Can I
book
buy
will
you a
create the
drink?
groundwork. Of course. Fermented milk, please.
And I'll order one up, and I'll also order one for myself.
The milk has a sour taste. However, it's at this point it's almost become alcoholic. And there is a sharpness after the sour, which is quite palatable. It's an interesting drink, but you stomach it. You've drunk less in your life. You spend the rest of the evening together.
Yeah, probably.
Is there any other information you try and glean, or just general conversation?
If she has any idea of any large sort of trading hubs as well, like I maybe see if she wasn't too negative on the fighting aspect and mentioned I'd like see if there was like a gun shop or something like that, somewhere where I can get some weapons.
So as the conversation turns to that, she explains how she only really
How's
has
the local armory?
Yeah, she's not clued up on stuff like that. She ventures and tries to go for a stealth and like unnoticeable approach rather than guns blazing. She does warn you. There are things in the Astral Sea much greater than mankind and humankind, so to speak. There are things where it's better to hide than to face. But she also says the Rock of Bral is probably the biggest hub, but you shouldn't need it.
Okay.
The evening passes on. I presume you regroup for breakfast.
Yeah, if I
group.
don't end up getting lucky with her.
Were you trying to pull it?
Based off what?
Well, if I was spending the evening chatting with her.
Make
As easy as that.
Which check should we do here?
I'll
There
just
isn't a
taught you
shagging
well.
check. So we will aim for make a straight charisma check with
I
disadvantage.
just imagine it just come to the end of the conversation. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, that way will. I got 20 dirty.
A dirty 20, a straight charisma check with disadvantage.
Wait, no, charisma check. Sorry, I've rolled an 18.
18.
What's a charisma check?
So just watch your charisma modifier
Up at the
underneath
top.
your big number, yeah.
Yeah, +2.
Fucking hell. And that was with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. You did no effort to court her, so
Yeah,
it's
that was
with
a natural
disadvantage.
20 on the second one.
It's
That's my
Kurt sent
second
you his
natural 20 of
dice.
the night. What's going on?
Scarron got game.
Right, mate. Well,
You fucker
intrigued
silly.
by your interest and your actual. It's not often that people come and listen to her. She's an attractive tabaxi, and often people
Aren't they all?
belittle her intelligence or at least feign listening for an ulterior motive. You, however, went in without any form of courtship, and for her, that was an intriguing prospect. You talk late
Yeah,
into
that
the
was
evening.
the idea that we were just playing it off like just casual
Yeah,
and just
but it
like,
was.
not even.
Insight check.
Works in real life.
You spend the rest of the evening having several drinks, and as the evening draws on, she begins to pack up her stuff, and you just carry on conversations. You talk of each other's lives, find out a little bit about each other, and then she says that she's staying in Misty's bunks if you wish to come back for a nightcap.
I actually say, would you like to see our ship?
Oh, yes, of course. She comes on. She admires the Dragonfly ship. Is not super common in wild space. It is a ship for adventurers and explorers opposed to traders and merchants. And fueled by your stories that you've told her of the beavers and such as that. She is intrigued by this persona you've created. How do you want to do this?
Not right.
Just before he starts, I'm
shake
asleep
it all about.
in my bed.
Yeah, so far you've got a bunk, you've got a hammock, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a sofa, isn't there, in the library area?
In
There
my
are two
living room.
sofas. Where would you park,
Yeah.
Dad? Because although we have travelled 4 days, every night, and perhaps you've hidden it from your fellows, perhaps you've decided to wander the rock or wander the market instead of stay on the ship. You have every night woken up, which is not occurrence, and every time you've woken up, your leg has been stiff, your right leg. The dream seems to reoccur, and every time you never really grasp more of it. You always get the same part, and there's always that the part of your mind which just feigns touching it. You can almost put your finger on what it is, but you can't quite. For instance, when she looks up at you when she's tying this ribbon on your knee, you know her face, but you can't describe it to anyone.
I will have been wandering the market, and any times it felt like I was maybe getting sleepy, I'd probably slink off to somewhere, a quiet corner.
Yeah,
Right,
there's
where I
plenty
wouldn't
of
be
place
seen.
on this rock where you could easily just lean up against a wall or
Yeah.
slot yourself into a vent and sleep peacefully. In that case, then, the bunks are free and the sofas are free.
I would be entertaining her on the sofa then.
Describe it in
misty
detail.
spunks.
Make the sounds.
Would he wake me up? I think there's only a cat.
make a
Are you
stealth
only
check.
connected with the ship when you're in the ship in the driver position?
Yeah, but the
No, but
the bed is.
sofas are
I'll
in-
put you back on. The bed is right outside his room.
Yeah. And
Yeah, the
it's just
sofas
a
are right
cat and
outside the
Well,
master room. It's just
I'd
a
imagine I'd
curtain.
had a bit of drink by then, so I wouldn't have been trying to be quiet.
Nice, my man.
Styles, you're awakened to the sound of heavy grunting and a weird purring. Do you peel back the curtain or do you just lay in bed, turning over, putting a pillow on your head?
I would I be able to cast message to Ozzy if I just think of Ozzy?
Yeah,
To go to him wherever he was.
yeah. You're within range on the island, so
Yeah, so I'd just cast a message to Ozzy saying, "Hurry up with the cat! I'm trying to sleep." Something like something derogative like that, to like not mean against the cat ladies, but you know.
yeah.
Wait. You can hear me all the. You can hear me all the way from there.
God, I'm good.
Jesus. Wow, that's loud. Sorry, man. I'll try to keep it down a bit.
Oh god.
And I just grab the pillows and just wrap them.
Yeah, in that case, grabbing the pillows and rolling over. Right. So with that, with those situations happen, we'll have a quick break before morning breaks. Right, back in a minute. So, after everyone's nightly activities, some of you resting, others not, the morning comes about. What routine would you have by now? Would you meet in the bar for breakfast, or would you come back to the ship to regroup for the day and plan? We've been here 4 days now, and this is the 5th.
I'd
We're
be.
more of a meet at the bar people, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
assume we would meet at the bar. Jesus.
How's everyone's night?
Well, better when I finally got some sleep. No thanks to you.
Man, I'm sorry. Where was you? You was on the ship?
Yeah, and you was in the living room.
No, I was in Misty's bunks. You could hear us all the way from. That means the whole fucking island could hear us.
I could have sworn it was someone on the settees. And I'll turn to Paycard and I'll like, Paycard?
I'll just be chewing
Hey,
down on the space biscuits.
don't look at me. I've been in the market for days. I haven't actually returned home.
Derek?
Huh?
Make a perception check, Styles.
You smell like sex.
Sorry, I haven't washed in a while.
26.
26. What colour's your hair again, Scarrick? Is it white? And what colour's
It's
your beard?
white.
Is your beard white as well?
It's silver.
I'd say white with like tufts of like a
Yeah.
gingery sort of. Brown.
Intertwined into Scarrick's white beard are these really dark brown hairs, quite long. And you see small patches of them, and being as perceptive as that was, there are things you haven't noticed with him before. He seems to have sprouted different coloured hair in his beard.
I lean over and try and pluck one out.
Comes out easily, and as you look at it, it has almost a different structure to human hair. Looks feline.
It was you. What? Why did you have to bring her back to my ship?
Dunno. Just seemed like a good idea.
Wait a minute, wait, what Scarrick you got lucky?
Huh?
You pulled.
Pulled what?
Well, I'm assuming a person.
It wasn't a
Oh,
person.
I had romantic relations last night. Aye.
What do you mean it was the person? What did you have sex with last night?
What's that matter?
People.
You fucked everything that you've seen.
Yeah. Most
It's
things.
just a tabaxi.
Ooh. Tabaxi, they're people, by the way.
I never said there wasn't
Now I was
people.
pointing at Styles.
Oh.
They're people too. Tabaxi, eh? Oh, what was the name?
I can't remember.
My man! Fucking legend right here. Didn't even know a name.
How did you even meet her?
Yeah, just chatting at the bar about stuff. Oh, there's this place we need to go, and I'll relay about the rock place.
Why was he the person to get the information? I almost want you to make a history check to see if you remember.
No.
And the campaign ended.
The
when
highest
Scarrick
person
couldn't
in the
recall anything.
Aye, there's a rock called Gibraltar Rock, and that's like a really big hub we should go to. And this marker on this map here that she drew is like a place, like a portal or something to the other space, the one that we're looking for.
Wait, well,
And
what are we
and
looking
you can
for?
fly around if you just like think of like bananas
What
or
have you
something,
been
and you'll
smoking?
go to a banana in space.
We don't want to go to a banana.
Well, no, it
Did she say
doesn't
anything
have to
about
be a
celestial,
banana.
the
It could be
traveller?
any kind of fruit or like a person. So if you want to think about it like traveller, you can go to the traveller just by thinking.
Oh my god, the Traveler. Oh shit, I knew he was here for some reason. I completely forgot. Oh man, I got totally caught up with doing stuff
I've
with
been,
Misty.
I've been in the market for days asking about the Traveller.
Traveler.
What have you been doing?
I knew so. I've just been like eating, sleeping, chatting, shagging. Like, fuck, I forgot.
The Aussie
Totally
special,
forgot.
eh?
The Aussie special.
He's
Doing what I'm good at.
I mean, the
I,
space
um,
biscuits are pretty good.
I take
Give me
the
some of that.
map of Scarrick and overlay it to my map, and does it make more sense?
yeah. So with the
what was it?
scattered pieces of information Scarrick gave you, there is now a marker on your map for the Wayfinder, the Waystone Inn. Waystone Inn is what it's called.
What did what
Which
did
is
you
the
find out?
closest entry to the Silver Void.
What did you find out, Packard?
I found out that there is a chap who is looking for serious, heinous crimes. Yes. And if we're to see any, we must tell him.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
What, like,
Why can
will he
nobody
pay
remember the
money
names?
for
Is nobody writing these names down?
He was one of those gooey people, but in a long coat.
oh, one of those guys.
So if you see a gooey chap in a long coat, you know that's the one.
How will you find him if you find some heinous crimes? How will you let him know?
I mean, we've committed a few recently, so does that count?
No, I don't think that's what he meant. Ours were in the name of justice. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we've got to defend ourselves. We can't say a dead man sentence. Just you're best not talking to these people, Playcard.
he's the only one that would talk to me. I've been trying to talk to people for days.
Well, apparently there's some crazy person being walking around trying to get people to join a religion. That person might be able to talk to you.
Oh, I tend to stay away from fanatics.
I heard about that. Yeah, there's a lot of people complaining about some guy that was like gobbing off, like talking about some crazy cult to join.
Yeah.
Well, he must have taken one look at me and turned and gone the other direction. He knows that Mr. Piker does not swing that way.
Hey, anyway, you been having any more naps?
Oh, no, of course not. I don't sleep. We know I don't sleep.
Inside check.
I knew it as soon as I saw him.
Yeah, insight check.
Why are my rolls so shite tonight?
Double team.
6, 8.
Nat 20 for a 19.
Fuck off.
It's hard to read.
Paul, this dice you
such a
bought
blabber.
me, it's invisible. Oh
It is
wow,
invisible.
that's weird.
That's cool.
That's weird.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, where's my new dice?
What is it? A
Not
green
that
one
I've-
or what
I've
colour is
lost
it?
it or anything.
No,
Okay,
it's
it's
just
cool.
like,
Clear. It's got a dragon.
What am I holding?
It just doesn't pick up on that when you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What jeans was I wearing when we went out?
That's weird.
It's
Whoa.
space dice.
Oh, I'd be playing with that constantly while high.
it is
It's
cool
just
though.
reflecting
It's got like a dragon's eye inside of it. You can't really see it though. Anyway,
James and Alex, you need to send me your birthdays. Is that well? I should
found
know
it.
James's. Alex, I don't know yours. But send me them
Paul
because I've
clearly
got
was
Birthday.
pissed off that I
a card that I need to
was
do.
getting natural 20s all the time. He's got me a duff dice.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it's not going
Pretty
to get
cool.
rolled though.
Yeah, so I rolled a nat 20 and it reduced to a 19.
Yeah,
'cause my
well.
Deception.
Well, mine's got. I didn't really look at it. Mine's got like an eye in it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
what I was
moves
just
about.
saying.
It's a floating eye. But your birthday was the 11th of March.
Well,
Anyway,
It was Dicky Dark.
checks out. Is telling the truth.
Damn right.
Totally legit.
Absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about
I don't
here.
think we have to approach this subject anymore.
No.
Nope.
Never needs to be. Never needs to be approached.
It's so big compared to my other one.
That's what she said.
right, what's your
I've never
plan?
been to get in a situation where I get to roll my new dice.
So,
Rock of Gibraltar.
Styles. So remind me, what are we doing here?
We need to find Celestial, the Traveller, and I need to give him what we brought back from Earth.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. How would you feel about me just kind of like maybe just staying here with Misty forever?
I would object.
Even
Right,
the
right,
journey
let's-
to the outskirts of the Astral Sea is about a week's travel. I will put it that way. This is a grand voyage.
I just
I put
No.
my arm round Ozzy and take him to the side and say, "Look, Ozzy. Before we left Earth, or as we was leaving, I asked you to advise. Now you do it because we know that I may have fallen in love a little bit too easy.
oh
with a
really didn't
certain lady
notice.
of the night. And I asked you, how do you do it from one to the other? You give me a brilliant bit of advice that I can't remember right now.
It was really good, wasn't it? I can't remember it either. This is why I'm in this predicament. I love
I
her,
think-
man. I love her. I really want to stay. She drives me crazy.
It's just lust. You'll get over it.
I think my advice was something along the lines of you just gotta accept you fall in love with all of them that you meet. And then once
That
you
was
do
it.
that, it doesn't hurt so much. But this hurts.
But, I've got to ask. You know, can't she like end and lick herself all over like normal cats?
Oh man, you have no idea. That tongue gets everywhere.
I thought it was you on the job. I was tempted to peek through the curtains, but I'm glad I didn't do it last night. Now. Can you
What?
imagine?
What's wrong with me?
You're not there. Is it, do you think
We're
he
not
kept
all
his
looking
armour
for-
on?
He's
pulled me to
taken
the
him to a side.
I've taken him to one side.
once, yeah.
He must have taken his armour off. I didn't hear any clunking.
Just heard the initial ding.
So there's
Oh, better
little
take that
ball
off.
armor on.
Just a little balls on my crotch.
Comes out like a cuckoo clock.
But like really squeaky because I need to oil them because they've not been undone for a while.
Chastity belt.
Yeah, I know. She's probably the best thing about Wild Space so far. This traveler better be good, better be worth it.
He will blow your mind.
Better do. Once all
Better
said and
blow
done,
it.
I might just come back here and spend the rest of my days in Wild Space with Misty.
Miss Rossi,
Oh yeah.
don't be so pathetic.
Oh. Why? It's not pathetic. I found true love.
No, this is exactly why I don't have women on board ships.
People,
They put silly ideas in men's heads.
you don't know that. This could be true love for all you know. People spend their lifetimes trying to find the one, and I found her in Wild Space, and she's a tabaxi called Misty.
No, my prediction is give it a fortnight's time and you'll be bored of her, and you'll be done.
You know me so well.
Can you imagine living in this, seeing the same people? We've been here 4 days and the same ship's come and gone twice.
Yes, this place sucks. You don't want to live here. It's for weird aliens and sexy cat people. It's not for you.
What about your fans? Fans need you, Ozzy.
Yeah,
We
I suppose
need
they
you.
do. I suppose they do. Yeah, you're right. I can't disappoint the fans. All right.
Just keep smashing it while we're here, and then we'll cool off. And we'll find someone else for you. See, I called her a person, pretty much.
Wow.
Mr. Styles speaks the truth. He's very wise.
He has a way with words.
Keep smashing it. Just keep smashing it.
Just keep smashing.
Now let's get to space.
Say, are you going or are you staying?
We're going.
No, we're going now.
I think we're going. Well, it's up to Styles. It's up to the captain. This is the other captain.
Yes. Did this lady that you possibly ruined last night have anything? Well, so do we just need to go to this? I've compared the maps, and it's this Waystone Inn we need to go to. With Gwen as the manager, I believe, talking. See anywhere else we need to go on the route?
Yes, I
or-
definitely remember mentioning Gwen was the owner. Yes.
So we just go straight there. Then is it like?
I think so. Is there a where is it on the map?
So the map is obviously not an accurate diagram of wild space. It is a pictorial diagram in the sense that everything moves and nothing is really in relation to anything else. Currently, yeah, it's hard to track wild space. Everything's orbiting. Currently, you're sort of just generally in this area, in close vicinity to Earth, which you can see when you look out to the stars. You've been to the God's Hand, and you're currently going out to Astral Sea, which is so every wild space bubble. The Astral Sea surrounds it at the very far extents, like going to the world border. However, there's only certain points at the end of wild space where you can break through, and common points or holes in sort of the fabric between the two planes have markers or waystones. This Waystone Inn is the closest one to you.
Doesn't it kind of blow your mind, like all these other places on this map? Like, if you think how big Earth is, and then look how big these other things like, there must be so much crazy stuff out there. What's the singularity?
Not something we want to go to, I think.
It's a black
This
hole.
is a good question, because we've literally stopped for the first place for a few days, and you're falling in love. Look at the possibility. You're denying yourself. Ozzy.
I know. I made a mistake. I'll admit that.
See, he's already snapping out of it.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Where's Gibraltar Rock thing?
The Rock of Bral isn't a stationary object either. It's one that travels through wild space and is at different points depending on the astral calendar. Now, you already know about this. This is what Styles picked the map up of Zendaros's when he was in the room and went and peered at the map. The Rocker Brow is a wild space settlement built up from 3 tiers, the lowest tier being the poorest district, the working class, a middle tier and a high tier. Children that were at the conservatory, they were children of high ups in the Rocker Brow.
I mean, do we want to maybe go there first before we leave?
No. Take far too long.
Oh, okay.
No, might be worth.
You can go there if you want.
No, I think.
Paul, don't fucking say things. Just don't mention the rock. If we
Giving you a context. There's the context for everything.
This is the coolest place you'll ever imagine. You'll see things you've never seen before. Can we go there?
It's too far.
No.
I'm feeling a calling. We need to find Cecil.
Don't forget about your special package stance. It's time
Give him the
sensitive.
chest. Yes.
Okay, I think straight to the rift then.
Follow the railroad if you want. Going straight to the Astral Sea.
Let's follow this train track right here.
Shall we? Yeah. Let's go to this Waystone then.
Very well. I'd imagine you spend the day stocking the ship with supplies for the journey, perhaps collecting some of the finer food that you can preserve, or at least enjoy your last fine meal at my left boot.
I would spend the day with Misty.
Ozzy, you spend the day with Misty. That's where I was going.
Just before he goes, I'll whisper to him.
Smashing it out.
Get some of that keef or something, quiche, like the fermented milk.
Queef?
She'll love it. I think it was called queef.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Skoomish.
Scary, I'm not taking relationship advice from you. I'm sorry. It's just one of them things.
Trust me.
How
I
to
love it.
siphon blood, how to smash in someone's head. Yeah, you're the first guy I come to. But when it comes to love making and relationships, no. I take the lead. I'm certainly not going to go in there talking about queefs.
No, I mean, go buy some from the bar and
I'm
take
not
her a
buying
bottle.
queefs either. See ya. I'll be back in a minute. And I'm going to go to Misty just to say bye.
Yeah. You have to leave.
Unfortunately, I do. When it's all said and done, maybe I'll come back here.
I hope so. I've enjoyed our time together.
I've fucking loved every
And-
minute.
It's because of you. And she sort of puts her hand onto yours. That business is beginning again.
Oh, shucks. Well, hopefully it'll continue. And,
Here. And she takes off a necklace that she's been wearing since you met her. It's a small tiger eye jewel that almost looks like a dragon eye. A vibrant orange with a large black line down the center. Set in a silver sort of setting. And then on a large bit of cord around the neck. She takes it off and passes it to you. Take this to remember me by.
oh, are you sure? This is
Of
beautiful.
course.
I'll put it on. Next to the, is it the Eye of Ravenkind? Holy symbol of Ravenkind?
Yeah, that's true. You have got that on your chest, don't you?
Got 2 already now.
It sits a lot higher.
How's it look?
It looks good on you. Perhaps one day you'll come back and take me on journeys. Like this will go.
You have my word. I'll do everything in my power to get back here to you.
I hope so, Ozzy.
I'll write songs of you. I'll be forever singing your name.
Thanks.
I love you, Misty. Scarrick, what the fuck are you doing here?
I bought a bottle of Queef for you.
Get out! Let me have my moment.
Who's that queef?
Come on, let's go.
As you hunker into the ship,
I hope you choke.
battening down the hatches and restocking. It's time to kick it, gents. You're going to the Astral Sea.
Get.
Ooh-wee.
Just as the pit stop gets just out of view, you kick it to Spelljammer speed. Let's go.
Woo.
Now, the journey is 7 days. You have some time to do anything you wish to do. Is any crafting or just general?
I'd just probably like to spend the time leveling up.
You can sure level up your woodwork if you wish to, my friend.
I'll tell you what I would do. I don't think I've tried this yet. I would try to send a message to Gellin. We're using the sending stones.
Okay, yeah, try it.
Gellin, can you hear me? We're in wild space, man. This shit's crazy. How's everything back home in Saltmarsh?
I think you have told him you have told him you're in wild space.
Yeah.
Because you contacted him to.
Yeah, I let him know that we was going because we sent
You told him you were going, didn't you?
we sent the boat
that's
back
right, 'cause
there.
You sent the ship back last time.
I said time might be weird and we're not too sure when we'll be back, but to look after everything. How's everything back home, Saltmarsh? Also, how long has it been since we left, since we last spoke? It's been about
It's
a week and a half.
5 days past the 16th. Yeah, about a week and a half.
It's been about a week and a half. About 10 days or so here. Yeah, hope you're well. And you'll keep in touch.
You wait some time, the stone in your lap. And then you hear a voice come back to you.
It's been 200 years.
I'm afraid Gellin died 100 years ago. I'm just joking, Ozzy. I'm sorry. It's been a week and a half here as well. But on that, you said you were sending your vessel back to me. It hasn't arrived. I presume they've just stayed over somewhere and got pissed. I know if your crew's learnt anything from you, that's what they'll be doing, whoring and drinking. Things are fine here. Saltmarsh is cracking on. Anders is back. He's doing well. He seems to have grown on the journey. Well, I hope you're enjoying Wild Space. It sounds exciting. Perhaps when you do return, I could maybe come with you one day. I'm sure there's opportunities for trade up there as well. Well, like I say, if you hear anything about the ship, let me know. Other than that, nothing else to add. Talk soon, Ozzy.
I spoke to Gellin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything's good in Saltmarsh. Anders is back. He got fat.
Good. He deserved it.
And
How long's it been?
200 years.
Ah, well.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's
That's a
strange.
shame.
It should have, should have passed the same
No.
for us here that it does there.
It's
only
just
when
a
you
joke,
get
just a
into
joke.
the Astro.
It's been a week and a half. I think it's like an hour ahead, like daylight savings or something. A week and a half plus 1 hour. But he did say that the ship hasn't returned yet. How long did it take us to get? Should they be back by now?
The day
Definitely.
after
Yeah,
the
they thought they
heist, the day you did the heist, the ship should have arrived the day before that. So it's been a good week since it should have got there.
Can you
Oh.
message them?
No. I can
Message
only
that far.
go 120 feet.
Oh,
If we level up, I could learn a new spell. I could do that, but
well, let's get to it.
Why don't you practice now?
I think really hard about.
You could just
the
keep
ship.
on killing me, and I'll just keep healing myself until, we level up.
Well,
Oh, you mean like get XP?
Aye.
Yeah, I think we used the milestone version in this wild space.
Bastards.
what are you talking about? You're talking gibberish
Sorry.
and nonsense.
Yeah, well, should we be concerned, or can that be normal that a ship can take a bit longer? Captains?
Well,
It could be anything. It could be. Did he say anything about the weather?
No.
If there's a storm offshore keeping them off, they won't be able to get in.
Is that what you were going to say, Packard?
I was going to say that if my ship is not returned safe and sound, heads will roll.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then go in bags.
And go in bags and go in my
It's
little
all-
collection.
Okay, well, I mean, I can message him in another few days and see. How long's this trip?
I mean, we can't do anything from here. He's the closest one.
True. Just good to know.
Hey, Scarrick, didn't you give the crew a load of money to invest for you?
No, I
Shit,
gave
you
that
did.
to Galen, didn't I?
Yeah, but
Yeah, they were going to give the money to Gellin.
yeah, you gave it to the people on the ship.
Oh,
They'd be giving a crew a load of money.
I'm gonna
Oh
burn
not
them
the
no,
all.
they've
best
totally
idea.
just taken the money and fucking ran off, haven't they? With the ship as well.
They'll just spend it when they'll turn up when they've got no money left and say,
They wouldn't
"Pirates."
do that. They know the
They
misdemeanor.
know who
Formidable.
we are.
They were good. They were close, weren't they? Oh, it was what's his name? Ollie.
Sunny, the total.
Ollie.
Only.
I never forgot the feeling there. Really
Sonny.
liked.
Sonny
the
was.
guy who gave you the tattoos as well. Your first,
Yeah. They're close friends. They wouldn't do that. They were good people. Maybe they're.
I'm sure they're just attacked by a kraken and are at the bottom of the sea.
It's
or
more, the
something.
more
It's fine.
likely response. That's more likely than them running away, I think.
We shall see.
You can be too trusting. Anyway, I think it's time to pull over and have some rest and no one to fall to sleep.
All right.
Weird thing to say. But yes, you fellows need to get some sleep.
What do you do for the evening?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
My God, this is the first night you've been confined to the ship. You have the knowledge that you have been falling asleep. Well, at least you think you have. It's hard to tell.
I
It's hard
ask
to tell when you're by yourself.
I asked Styles to say, Mr. Styles, is there a sort of broom closet on this vessel, or where do you keep your cleaning supplies?
And it's really there isn't really much space.
Do you have any large crates?
Not a lot of privacy
what
on
are you
this
out-
boat.
As the
I
cargo
suppose
hold,
the-
they're all pretty full.
Yeah, the most private place where we don't seem to go once I've finished piloting is where the Spelljammer is. We're either in this room or in our up on the main deck, or in our bunks. Oh, my lovely bed.
Where do you chaps go to the toilet?
We
In a
discussed
bucket.
this. It was a bucket that you throw over the side.
But you've got to throw it a certain way so it doesn't get caught in the ship's gravity and just like bounce around from each plane.
I love
I
how we
hate
got this
this shit.
really
Don't throw it at spell jamming speed.
technologically advanced spaceship, and yet we just shit in a bucket and chuck it over the side.
It's not
I've just
even
been
like
using my mage hand like a
a
tugboat.
good
just
place to
pushing it
poop.
on.
It's just- Oh, I hate this ship and I hate this space. Right, never mind. I'll just be wandering the deck like always. Good night, everyone.
The rest of you go to
Night.
sleep.
Yeah, I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
If memory serves, is there like a raised bit where there's like a trebuchet on top?
Yeah, it's the Mangonel, I think. Yeah, so up at the very sort of crown of the ship, there is a small platform.
Pikehead goes under there and he crawls under the mangonel like a cat.
The rest of you sleep normally. Picard, you have your usual dream. Again, the one bit that fixates in your mind is this kneeling and tying of your leg. When you awake, if not disrupted by anyone else, who I assume sleep through, you find that you can't move your leg. This is something you've become accustomed to. You wait 15 minutes. However, today it doesn't free up. As you try to sort of massage your muscles, there's a rigidness to your skin.
Damn you, vile dream woman! I belly crawl along the floor.
Yep.
To the top of this ladder, and I just sort of yell, "Chaps! Chaps!"
Is this in the morning?
Yeah.
Hello?
It's Packard! Where are you?
I'm up here.
I'd assume I was too far away to hear him.
Well, this is why I asked if it was morning, if we'd already sort of got up.
It's morning. I'd assume you're sort of. He calls until someone wakes up enough to hear him.
Chaps!
Is that where?
What's happening?
Packard shouting.
Where's Picard?
Packard.
I'm up top.
I'll go.
I'd say, Styles, as soon as you do wake up and hear this, you're drawn to alert. This is a crew member shouting out to you, and I'd imagine it kicks in your danger reflexes.
Danger.
Come in! Stand to! And I start running through the ship like a madman.
Okay.
While he's doing this, while people are sort of coming close to me, Picard starts like gingerly pulling himself onto the ladder.
You can still use your left leg. It's just your right leg is fully
Yeah.
stiff. So
What's wrong, Picard? Are you okay?
Yes. Just
You got a
I
dead
think I
leg
must
again,
have-
haven't you?
yes.
You've fallen asleep again, haven't you?
I might have.
And you slept on it funny.
I don't think that's it.
Just
I have to come clean. And then as I'm trying to go down the ladder, I slip and fall.
as he falls, you see the rest of his limbs bend up like normal reflexes would, except his right leg, which stays straight. He lands on it. You hear a thud as it hits the deck, and he sort of balances and topples, his hands going down to sort of stop him and just stalling him before hitting the ground. But
Okay,
at this
what's
point, you notice his leg doesn't move, his right leg.
Well, this really is.
That's
Dead.
not a normal dead leg.
I think
We
Mr. Scarab.
carry him to the. Let's
wins
carry
the
him to the
prize here.
couches.
Can we physically bend it, or is it like locked in place?
Locked in place.
Now, if I'm being entirely honest, there may have been some sleeping,
You don't
and there
say.
may have been some dreaming.
What kind
I
of?
think you're being turned into Zoltan.
Oh, it's the curse.
That
It's
is
the
a
fucking curse.
that is a ludicrous conclusion to jump to.
No, that's the logical conclusion to jump to.
That's ludicrous. What happens
How
in the
long-
dream is.
Have you
a-
always been sleeping?
I don't think so. No. I think this is a recent
did-
thing
Did
over
the
the
sleeping
last.
start?
few days. Well, maybe like a week ago.
Can you
when we finished the heist?
Can you feel this? And I pull out my dagger and I like sort of prick your leg, like not pierce it, but just like scratch it.
Do I feel it?
No feeling in it.
Nope.
You also find as you sort of pierce the dagger, it's knocking against something solid rather than skin.
Oh my god, this is...
I get my dagger and poke his other leg.
Yeah, you feel that.
Ah, what is everyone doing?
Is there magic around his leg?
It may be contained to the one leg.
Packard, it's the curse. It's the fucking curse. You're
It's
turning
not
into Zoltan.
It's not a curse.
It could-
No one's turning into
Strange things have
Sultan.
happened since we've been here.
I cast
It could be...
Identify.
I might just have space sickness.
I cast Identify on Packard and his leg.
Okay. What will it show you? Identify what an object is.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
not an
also you learn whether any spells are affecting the. Oh, if you instead touch a creature, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
As you focus in on Picard and his leg, at first you don't see anything. Then it's almost like a static fills your brain. As your hands move towards his leg, it gets stronger and stronger, and then as you put your hands over his leg, it's almost like a shrill noise, which isn't quite a noise. It's like a static fuzz, and then there's a sharp spike of black and shadow, and you instantly remove your hand, almost like you feel pain.
Well, what is the diagnosis?
I don't know. I've never felt anything quite like that before. Just darkness, and it hurt. It's just like it started like a fuzziness, and then as I delve deeper and try to, it just darkness.
Right, well, that's not helpful at all.
You say you dream while you're asleep. What?
Yes, I dream of a
Witches?
of a woman.
A witch,
Sister.
More of a woman, not a sister, just a woman.
a coffin.
Mother?
And a woman, and she ties a ribbon around said leg.
This leg and I kick it.
Yes, that one.
Had thud like you kicked wood.
I look for a ribbon, or signs of a ribbon being tied.
Packard pulls down his trousers.
Your trousers spike out.
That is bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It's only one bit of wood down here, lads. There are
Really
no
have it.
markings on the leg. Both legs look normal, except one just. Although his, I assume, pasty skin from your general complexion.
You need to wear shorts. You need to get some sunlight to these legs.
No, a gentleman never bares his legs.
As you poke normal skin, it indents and flexes. This just doesn't. It's almost like someone's taut. It's almost like it's gone solid. Plaster is the closest thing I'd assume it would remind you of is like plaster.
This isn't normal, is it, fellas?
I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
No.
I mean,
I'm afraid to say it might be the curse.
It does seem like a cursey thing.
Well, I removed the curse from
I
the Sultan box. Maybe I can.
I
What are you doing?
put my hand on it
And you rub it.
and I stroke it up and down. And I cast Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dispel magic.
You feel if you cast this before, when you cast it, it's almost like a physical feeling. You feel yourself touching the magic, and then the magic just breaking underneath your strength. As you do this, you feel a resistance like cold stone, that as you try and focus on it, is just too powerful for you.
Oh. Man, your leg's fucked. I can't do anything.
Wow, what do you feel?
It's just... it's either not magical, i.e. a curse or something, or it's really powerful magic that I am unable to get a hold of. I do have one more option.
Put it off.
Go. Oh.
Pulls a hacksaw out, yeah.
Fireball.
Sorry.
Fireball.
That is.
He didn't ask the room size, goddammit. He said fireball.
I'm sorry, did I not say that loud enough? I said fireball.
We can't do a fireball in the ship. It's too dangerous.
No, I'm kidding.
In all fairness, could we cut it off? You might get a ghost leg, like you're a ghost arm. That'd be cool.
I don't
It's
want to test the
possible.
theory.
We'll start with a toe or something.
I don't know. I don't want to start with a toe. No.
It's not how you're gonna feel it.
Might get the feeling back. Look, I removed the curse.
How useful is your ghost hand? A ghost leg would be like the same. Think what you could. How many ears you could put it in?
Yeah, how many brains you could melt.
That's not what happened. Anyway,
We haven't forgotten.
never forget.
He was there. We saw what happened.
You killed
I
that
removed the curse from the Zoltan machine. I can remove a curse from my own leg.
man. Okay, well, we'll try.
Why are you dreaming?
Remove that curse.
Okay, I cast remove curse.
And what does the description of remove curse say?
At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end.
To a certain level? Or just in general?
Doesn't say.
Okay.
I'm well. Just, I know. As a side note for the DM, I know something similar like this happened in Crit Roll, and you can use. Matt did use the excuse. Some things are just too powerful. If you need to get out of jail free.
It's okay.
Don't give him that.
Well, while he's doing this, I'm getting out the way and hard in my hands, Garrett, because Giles thinks the jab curse jumps to people. He's trying to get someone in between him and the dodgy leg.
Because Not's thing about being a goblin was a curse, but
This is what happens.
Well,
As you focus your energy and concentrate on your leg and cast the remove curse spell. I do need to just check before I tell you.
so it is a curse.
I have to
It is
backtrack.
you are Zoltan. Knew it.
Okay. This is what happens. You cast remove curse, and before all your eyes, his leg begins to move. You begin to bend it.
yeah. Ah, look at that.
Oh, what did you do? What did you do? Remove the curse?
Looks like Mr. Picard solved the problem for himself, as he often does. Yeah, I removed the curse. The curse is removed.
So you're admitting it was a curse?
Logic would dictate that
I
could be the
pull
case,
out a
yes.
coin, and as he's talking mid-sentence, I put a coin in his mouth.
Whoa!
Go on, Sultan. give me my fortune.
Packard spits it out and he says, "Do you know how dirty money is? It's disgusting."
It's a credit as well, so it's an amalgamation of metals and junk.
It's been all over space, and who knows what weird goo people have touched it. Oh, disgusting. But yeah, look, everything's fine now. Everything's fine. Everything can go back to normal. There is no Zoltan. There is no witch.
Well, there is, because she cursed you.
Well, she tried, and she failed. So, that's point to Picard. Mr. Styles, put it on a board. Put Picard 1, witch 0.
Yeah, I'll just make a mental note.
Make a mental note.
Well, we'll see whether you sleep tonight.
There'll be no more sleeping. I'll throw Picard here.
Just drink a glass of coffee.
Maybe just.
Actually, I've got a drug.
Yeah, maybe
for that.
someone should stay with you.
Perhaps being by myself hasn't been helpful.
Yeah, maybe not going up any ladders if you feel a little bit sleepy in the future.
Well, I'll take first watch.
We've only just woke up. Let's not figure out the night
Yeah,
time.
It's the morning. We're just about to have breakfast.
We'll
So
figure this out
Tonight,
later.
I'll take it.
Okay, I get you.
Thank you, Mr. Scout. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's have some breakfast. I'll jump in the seat and we shall whoosh.
How much
move
further
forward.
we got to go?
You've done
A
one day.
couple of days.
One day.
You've got
One
6
day.
days left.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
So you travel onwards. The day passes uneventfully. You come to night. You turn in. Who's watching Picard?
I'll go first.
Garrett. Do you converse? Play a game?
No, I actually want to just kind of let him drift off if he was going to. So I'd encourage him to maybe read a book or something, and then.
Instead of reading a book, Picard writes in another book. Picard
Yeah,
does not
I'd like to think we
Sleeps.
delegate the fact that I'm the only one that's doing everything every day, that the others can manage the watch without me, considering they're doing
Yeah, got
fuck
you.
all.
Yeah, the others can rest during the day. Okay.
I'm too busy looking good.
Scarrett, you watch as Picard is writing, incessantly writing, fighting sleep yourself from this monotonous task. You see Picard's eyes blink heavy, and then just as it gets to Picard does not sleep, the pen drops and his eyes shut, his head goes back. Do you do anything?
No, just watch him.
Okay. He looks peaceful, he looks calm. Picard, you're wandering the garden again. This time...
Do I have any control in this dream, by the way? Or is it just am I on rails?
You can try and control it.
Yeah, because I'm
It's just
sort of
before you've never
consciously
really
aware.
tried. Before you've always just let it follow, let it take its path. Now you're stood in the garden. It stretches out around you, except
Tropical island.
whereas before it was
Don't have a lot of background.
warm and summer, now things seem to be turning.
Oh dear.
It's cold. A lot of the non-evergreen plants have receded for winter. The ground is grey. There's less colour than before. We should just walk around. There's no real scenery, just hedges and gardens. And in formal gardens that you would have experienced, there's often walled sections, little subsections. You're currently in one with roses around you that seem to be deadheaded.
This is not a nice garden, I must say.
There are large arches in the topiary to northeast, south, and west.
Nice arch. Really good arch, actually. I start sort of shouting and calling out, "Woman! Woman from my dreams! Show yourself!"
You hear a laugh from the north, and as you look, turning back to that one, you see her running down a path.
I pursue.
Your movement is like molasses as you run, and your right leg is stiff again, as it was
Damn it,
before.
woman!
She turns a corner and you follow.
Why do you torment me so?
You turn another corner, and at this point you're in a hedge maze. You're not sure when it changed to that, but you are. There's nothing ahead of you except a dead end.
It's ridiculous. Come on! Fight me like a man!
As you turn, her face is there. Why do you resist me?
Duh, you
And she
scared me, you
disappears.
bitch. Oh. Oh, goddamn bitch. Oh, God, that bitch.
You're in a hedge maze now. The hedges are 10 feet high. Dark green around you.
Who makes these? What kind of psychopath makes these? Topiary. Oh, no, this is not ideal. It's not ideal for Picard.
What do you do, Picard?
I'm gonna start acting out. And by that I mean I draw my rapier and I just start slashing at the hedges.
You slash at the hedges,
Just
cutting.
slashing wildly.
You manage to cut a gap in front of you. The branches fall away and you see a deeper hedge behind. You cut, moving forward through the hedge until it is surrounding you, your small cut chamber, a tunnel that you're cutting through. You keep cutting. You turn. The way behind you is closed. You're now fully surrounded by the dense hedgerow, the darkness now enshrouding you. As you peer through between the branches, you see eyes looking at you. Why are you resisting me? You brought this upon yourself. You're
I
mine.
disagree. No.
Fucking
Disagree.
shit.
We have
You
a difference of
are-
opinion.
We'll see.
Why don't you talk it out like an adult?
As you choke, there's a yellow ribbon tied around your neck, tensioning from behind. We'll see. With that, you wake up. You try to turn your head, but you can't.
Oh.
You try to
jeez.
talk, but you can't suck the breath in to speak.
Picard? Captain?
For what you've seen, Garrett, you've seen him sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, you almost see a grip around his neck. You see his neck tension in and then stiffen up, and then his eyes shoot open. But you just can't hear noise from him. There's no air to pass over his vocal cords.
Guys, Styles, you there?
I'm here. What about me?
I
can
would.
help.
Well, I just figured Styles
This
is literally in the next room next to
Oh,
me.
it's fine. I'll go back to sleep then. Don't worry about it.
What's going on?
Choking, but I know he doesn't need air, but there's you need to do the spell again, Captain. Can you
Is it
do
verbal?
your bestow thing?
I shall have a look.
I hope
I
it
take
is.
it no one else
Yeah, I
can
bet you do.
remove
Yeah.
curses.
If I level up, maybe.
That's just a touch. Just a
Touch. It's alright.
I
See,
would,
cast
as I
remove
run up,
chest. I put my hand
What
on my
level
throat.
is it? Because you haven't had a long rest yet. Do you have the
It's
slot?
a level 3. I've got the slot, baby. The slot's
Yeah,
for
it's
days.
Don't you question my slots.
You reach up, gripping your throat, and you feel the tension release.
Fabulous.
So, I guess you've not escaped it.
Sweet Sally in the alley. Were you not supposed to be watching me, Scarrick?
I thought I was, letting you sleep so that
No,
when you
letting me sleep.
again.
No, letting me sleep was not on the agenda. Remember, sleep
now
is
we
bad
know-
for me.
Now we know that, like,
What do you mean now we know? We knew before. Your job was to make sure I didn't sleep, not to watch me suffer.
We needed to understand whether it was going to curse you again. Now we know it is. So
You two are literally the
but
worst
I don't
people to
think
have on
keeping you
watch.
up's gonna work.
Yes, who nominated
We've been
him?
relying for the last few months on a man that famously doesn't sleep, that turns out sleep.
How are we still alive?
I only
Anything
recently
but
sleep.
look
Why
at
is this just so hard to grasp? Something is happening to me.
Well, the trust has gone, Piker. The trust has gone.
That is unfortunate. And fuck you.
How do we get rid of this curse?
Well, it seems my removed curse is only a temporary remedy. Each night that approaches, I sleep again, and she gets me
Gonna
again.
have to fight that witch.
I would if she wasn't such a coward. She would not fight me. She prefers to dilly-dally in the bushes.
I mean,
like
do you think-
like a stupid squirrel.
do you think if we let you sleep again and if we touched you, do you think maybe it would be
Sorry.
able to
There'll be no touching
come
me
in?
in the night.
Scarrick, I don't think there's time for this.
No, but if there's like some sort of entry to his dream world.
You want to enter into my dream world?
There are spells for that, but I don't have them.
So how would such a thing even happen?
Style. A thought occurs to you. Celestial, traveller of the astral, once spoke about holes. Holes in the sense of breaches into other dimensions.
Smash
He
and
spoke
forget.
about other holes as well, but they were on more beer-driven nights. He spoke about rifts, the same way the astral sea rifts into wild space. The astral sea rifts and tears into other spaces.
Oh, it's just popped into my head, chaps.
Oh, has it?
Astral may be able to help. Maybe if we double time on the speed and I try not to sleep to prevent and go full speed. He once mentioned about holes and voids and things into different dimensions. I wonder if we're passing near one and it's getting stronger, that's why the dreams or the sleepness has started to occur now we're here. It seems to be escalating. If it just started with the first night we found you, your leg was just, it was a few minutes, it appeared dead, but it seems to be getting worse.
Am I the only one
Yes.
who prefers Packard when he's like paralyzed and quiet?
Well,
Maybe it's not such
Yes,
a bad
because
thing.
I think
It's going to make me
I
a
think
bitch for the rest of the day.
the opportunity to cut it out, because we can't really cut his head off, that might cause permanent damage, but we should have cut the foot off while we had the chance, or the leg.
I doubt that would have been beneficial.
Well, we'll
Because
never know now.
No, I think we do know. Not never, we do know. Because I woke up today with a paralysis on my head. That was nothing to do with my leg. She did this to me in my dream. She teased me, tormented me, showed me a terrible garden.
The danger is when we go into the astral sea, with the fact that we are everywhere and nowhere at once, it may get worse.
Or perhaps I'll be able to punch through that barrier and clock her right in the face.
Have you tried fighting her in your
Thinking
dream?
of a banana.
Like, no. Have you tried
Scared,
like
no.
attacking her or like casting a spell on her?
I mean, I've tried challenging her and slashing at her bush.
You did what?
Why don't you whack her with your anchor?
Wanker?
What kind of dream is this?
Look, it all happened so fast, and she was barely there for me to strike.
Well, you need to be prepared.
She seems to avoid a upfront confrontation. That's for certain.
What does she say to you?
Oh, just vague things about why do I resist.
So why do you resist?
Well, maybe you. Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean, why do I resist?
Maybe you should, like-
maybe it isn't a curse. Yeah, take a leaf out of Oz's book and just.
Oh yes, let's just do
go
what the evil
embrace.
witch wants.
Well, no.
That sounds like a solid plan.
Oh, we're only assuming she's evil.
I mean,
pleasant.
Skag was having dreams about some like person being like, ooh, you know, take the power, don't resist, and then he would like getting powers from it. So maybe you'll get powers from it.
Yeah, and some people are into the chirking. Maybe that's what it is. Hey, Kat, how was your relationship with your mother, seeing as this seems to be a...
You know I don't remember my mother.
Well, maybe that's... So how do we know it's not your mother? How do we know it's not trying to make contact? These holes to other dimensions, it might be, like we've seen strange things with Froddy, maybe it's your mother trying to think, or your sister. Could it have been your sister? Whose name has escaped me this second.
It was a
Although
bitch,
I do not
wasn't
like
it? Bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, Kira. Kira the bitch.
Yeah.
Kira? Could it have been Kira? Maybe you're misremembering what she looks like?
No, I didn't recognise this woman. I'd remember the face of Kira anywhere, that bitch. I would stare at it most nights and taunt it after I removed it from her body.
I wonder why the curse chose you.
It's not
seems
that.
so strange.
Well, whilst they're talking, can I just pull Scarrett to one side? Have you had any dreams? Any more dreams while we've been here?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't heard any more from...
I have had one up and I.
haven't had any more from... is it Pyremius?
No.
What do you make of... Packard having these dreams? Is it similar to like you? What you were having?
I mean, it's a dreamscape thing. I've heard of things using dreams as a way of talking to, mortals. So it's possible it could be a demigod, god. I don't know, like some sort of demon, anything.
And you not had any more contact with Pyremius?
No, nothing that I can remember. No.
Cool. It's probably that's good. That's good, right? It's probably for the best.
You
didn't need him. Let's be honest. You're strong enough. You didn't need that guy.
I'm not going to turn down the help of someone who so far hasn't harmed anything. I don't think,
Just get bad vibes, bad juju. Anyway, this is for another day.
Wait a minute, this isn't about Scarrick. This is about me. My problems.
Oh, you see, this has got
we're aside right now.
This has got on worse.
Aside.
There isn't that much space in the ship.
This has gotten worse because you didn't share with the group at first.
There is a potential lesson to be learnt, yes, but there's no time for that now. What matters is that we defeat this witch in my dreams, and we must find a way to do that. And I think the astral sea could be the key. And I think perhaps if it will break down the barriers between the physical and the metaphysical, maybe we can all travel into my brain space and fight her.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool. I'd be up for that.
Let's do that.
Yeah, but
Right now?
what's the chance of the curse? Well, we're still a few days away,
Yes.
and that's only to get us to the Waystone. Then we need to speak to Gwen and that. And it could do it. Ozzy will find a new love. And things will happen. I think.
It's Gwen, it's a Tabaxi.
I look at Garrick casinos about Gwen.
Did you get much information about Gwen? Is she fit?
She didn't mention what race she was.
Okay.
All she said is it has a reputation for good food.
So she fat.
She likes exotic foods and stuff. So
Fair play, fair play. Don't we all?
So,
As the day progresses, I would try to talk to Picard without anyone else around at some point, and just say, I know I mentioned earlier, sort of offhandedly, about giving in and, not resisting. That's terrible advice. You resist. I have on good authority that if you get beings approaching you in dreams, offering you the allure of power or anything else, resist it. The Lord of Light told me that. What's his fucking name? Dawnfather.
Pelor?
Pelor.
it's a lot of peas.
The god. Pelor. Gave me that advice.
But I thought you just said don't listen to
So
God,
don't
you speak
don't
to
listen
in
to
your
Gods and Dreams.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Oh my God! It's a paradox.
It's a very small ship.
Did I just wait? What?
Garrick always just like, what did you say? No one ever looks down.
Oh, I thought you were a table. A small stool.
No, wait. What did
Oh
I say?
yeah,
That
everything's
drink just
just
dropped on his head.
Did I say don't listen to Gods and Dreams?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you
That's a
said
gist.
like don't trust
You
God
said-
to promise you power in dreams. Like,
yeah.
it's
And
not,
I was
you know.
told this by a god.
My God,
you
he promised me
can't
power if I followed him.
In a dream.
Okay, let me rephrase this because it's getting a bit confusing. It's very confusing. It wasn't a dream that I had. It was a vision. I was meditating with that guy Bruce. You know.
Isn't the dream just a sleepy vision?
No. Well, look. Well, all right. If you're gonna take either of the gods' advice, pick the nice, shiny, bright one, not the fucking dark, evil one that lives in hell. All right.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think this witch is offering me anything that I want. When she questions my resistance, I don't think it's like a question of
Oh, okay.
she'll give me candy if I go for it.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's a question of the rate at which I die. And by resisting, I'm reducing the rate. I don't think she has anything good for me. She's a witch, after all,
Well, then don't die.
and a woman.
You resist like fuck.
I've been resisting women my whole life.
You do a good job of it.
Yes.
You're like a
Yes,
pro.
I do.
Not so much the men, though.
No. Can't stop being surrounded by men.
Just don't resist. I put my hand on him.
As you're having this conversation,
It's getting very confusing.
Styles,
It's late.
the ship's pulled out of spell jamming speed.
Been out at sea so long.
You sense another vessel close by.
Jesus, give us some warning.
is
I stop and get on my intercom and tell the lads.
This is your captain speaking.
Open fire, boys.
What do you see?
I'm not saying no. There appears to be a ship out there in the void.
Fire the cannons!
You
Nope.
from your helm.
Cannons needed.
There is a message. Hail to the
I'm guessing
Damselfly
a message.
vessel. We are here to search your vessel on behalf of the Chalkwell family. We have you in our sights. Slow your speed and prepare to be
Shit.
boarded.
What the
I
fuck?
repeat, slow your speed and prepare to be boarded.
Who the fuck is this, Styles?
Disguise that fucking axe.
What axe?
Has this happened before, Paul? Or am I aware that this can happen?
You've never been boarded before, but if you get them to look out, they will see something.
I mean, you're the axe.
Oh, the guitar?
Could it be that someone's reported that that's been stolen?
No, I don't think we've
Your
got
loot.
any contraband. I think.
You don't
I
think we
think
got any
we'll be-
contraband?
we'll
What
be-
about these fucking laser guns that clowns
loot.
carry?
I repeat,
Everyone
slow
has
your
laser
speed
guns.
now, vessel.
Well, go. Just
Oh, you're
put
not
your
gonna
foot,
do
put your foot
so
down.
I slur.
Oh, you pussy.
Quick, throw out the weed.
Flush it down the toilet.
Oh,
Quick, throw it
do
in
you
the
not need
bucket.
to disguise your mandolin?
As
It'll be fine.
Hang on,
As
we
you peer out
have
the
loads of
windows at
illicit
the back of the
stuff on
vessel.
us. You put it in the bag of holding.
We have nothing illicit.
What are you talking about?
you-
We've got like explosives, guns, drugs.
They're not illegal.
It's all legal in wild space, baby.
I am gonna fight to the death for my Adams. I will kill people.
Well, I just think it's probably for the mandolin.
Why?
As,
I was
as
given
you
that.
peer out of the back of the vessel,
I bet you stole it first.
You
looking
murdered.
through the windows
murdered
to see
this
which ship is hailing you, you see that a solitary ship tails you. The prominent thing your eyes are drawn to are the huge cannon barrel that runs all the way down its hull and points directly at you. Styles, if you've got off and had a look, you recognise this as a GIF bombard ship. The cannonballs on this vessel would destroy yours in a single blow,
We can't outrun it, gentlemen.
and it's coming closer. You have
Yes,
a few minutes before they board.
what do we actually have that's a little bit dodgy?
The ray guns, the clown guns.
Well, do you not, like, is that school, like a legitimate school that, you know, they might have pretended that
Damage.
actually that mandolin was
Was it
theirs?
use your spell
and
and
you
we just
went
get rid
and
of them? We just
killed
banish
them
them
and
into
stole
another
their
realm if we're
mandolin.
scared of them.
Why
Look,
are you
we've
talking?
done nothing wrong.
The mandolin is mine, fair and square.
I
I
don't
was
think it's
given
got
it.
anything to.
I don't think
It'll
you
just
could
be a
prove
routine
that from a
patrol.
dead man. You were given it from a dead man
Well, why would they know about it in the first place?
because
Well,
the
we-
school might have
We
like,
infiltrated a
reported
school
it
and killed several of the staff and then ran away.
stole
so-
their instrument.
We killed one member of staff. We fought off clowns and got their guns. We don't have to. It'll be fine.
The clown guns is fine. I don't care
Something
about them.
tells me that
That's just
the
weapons.
school, the school aren't the kind of thing. I don't think they'd be reporting that to the police. They were like evil demon people.
It's just a routine patrol. Happens all the time.
All
Let them board. They have
All
nothing
right.
to hide.
But this is
Barely
where
an
we
income.
lose the ray guns. This is where we lose the ray guns.
I'm not
Just
losing
pointing
any
out
ray.
that- It is.
Well, can you
Put it in your bag of
drop
holding.
them into another dimension and we pick them up later?
30,
I think
Don't
trying
worry
to.
about that.
29,
We need to hide.
Put the ray guns in the bag!
28,
I throw my
27,
I throw my ray gun at Ozzy and
26.
walk off. because he's been paranoid.
25,
It'll be fine. And I go on deck with a,
out.
23,
hello, welcome.
22, 21. Have you hidden anything?
No,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
really
go.
encourage the mandolins.
I'm gonna go invisible,
9,
and everything
Okay.
on me goes invisible as well.
What are you holding?
I threw my ray gun
my
at him,
gear.
so he's got that for a start.
So the ray gun and the mandolin and all the other stuff.
Oh, my gear, yeah.
Okay.
And anything else anyone wants to give me?
The ship comes close. Its hull next to yours. I'll show you an image just so you get the vibe. Ships. Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh shit, it's the caps.
If you see, so basically the whole of this ship is a cannon with a huge
Wow.
dragon's mouth, or well, a giff's mouth, basically a hippo, and this huge basically cannonballs that will fuck everything up. They're big ships, heavy vessels.
I would
Boarding
make
your
some
ship.
joke about it being overcompensate or something. you'd think creatures that big wouldn't have to overcompensate with a ship. That's what I'd say.
Well, boarding your ship are 3 people. 2 heavily armored gift shock troopers. They are already the beasts of the people that they are, 7 foot tall, and they are now covered in solid plate armor with huge shotguns in their hands. Shock, not shot. In front of them is a captain. He's dressed in a full naval uniform. He has a large waxed grey moustache. And as they step onto your deck, the 2 shock troopers next to him, he nods to you. I presume you've all come onto the main deck to greet him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. And I pull out my my purse and say, "Is there a toll I've forgotten to pay or something?"
No, nothing like that. I am General Hastings of the 5th Battalion. These are my troops. Thank you for slowing and letting us board your vessel. We are here on reports of contraband on behalf of the Chalkwell family. Unfortunately, your vessel has been identified as one that was in cohort with a trader. Now, the trader has lost an item. We are here to retrieve that item if you still have it.
Trader?
Now, if you cooperate, everything will go fine. If
We
not,
did meet a trader the other day, didn't we?
Yes, we was at.
the vessel is quite unique. Damselflies are not common in this part of wild space.
Yes, it's not a very good ship, is it? Pretty dreadful.
Please,
to fall.
Astrolabe.
Yes, we was at the pit stop and met many traders the other a few days ago. I don't think we got
This
any
trader was from
contraband
God's
off anything.
hand.
You remember
Roker was his name.
we picked him up from God's hand and we went to Chalkwells and we did the exchange and
Aye, and we bought some
Oh yeah,
stuff.
we offered a trader a lift.
We bought that dog.
We bought
Oh,
a
yes.
dog.
bought that
Oh, you
weird
know
dog. Yes, we met the chap.
Hiroka operates under the Chalkwell trading license and therefore gets our protection. He is claiming that you've stolen items from him.
Oh,
We
wow.
bought some items.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about that, but we bought
might-
quite a lot
He
from
pulls
him.
out this large note. 1 ray gun was stolen from his property.
Well, I bought a regular gun, and I showed him
you
with the
bought-
I
musket.
have a ray gun here. But
And
I got that
that's-
from a dead clown that I killed.
And you can
Feel free
prove
to
that.
inspect it. I mean,
Make deception checks. Well, persuasion for you, Scarrick.
I'm going to point out I'm not trying to deceive, because
Yeah,
I wasn't privy
persuading
to any
you
of the
do.
theft.
What would
18.
you like me to do, Paul?
18. Persuasion.
Persuade. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
fucking see.
7.
7.
14.
14. 2 passes, 1 fail. The the shock troopers, which carry this huge gun, have it sort of at ease. They point it towards you, Scarrick. Unfortunately, gentlemen, this is the commander speaking. You fit the bill, the description, and you have the item in your possession. As much as I believe you may have taken it from some of these clown bandits, we need to retrieve the items. So hand it over, and we will leave without searching the rest of your vessel.
Well, that's fair enough, sir. I think that's a fair
more
deal.
than fair.
Take this gun. Can I ask though, where do you get those rifles you're carrying there?
These are gift weaponry. We get them from our armory.
Do you sell to outsiders?
Unfortunately not. We are not traders. We're law enforcers.
I don't mean yourselves, I mean as gift weaponry
available.
I don't mean to belittle you, my friend, but these are for gift solely.
Yeah, that's to be presumed.
Yeah,
Let's let the nice gentlemen get on their way. You know, they've got lots of space.
We're sorry to cause any
we could have a wee chat.
Inconvenience.
Yes.
What are you trying to say?
He's not trying to say anything.
Who?
My friend.
You?
Me?
Are you trying to bribe us?
No, I'm trying to. I'm allowing you to take my weapon that, as I rightfully explained, I didn't steal, just to smooth whatever the situation is over.
Very well.
So I thought you'd be polite enough to answer the question about your very nice gun there. I'm looking to armor
Polite
myself
enough,
recently.
You thought we'd be polite enough.
Don't mind this one, he's high.
Sorry.
Yes, you have to forgive my friend.
I think you've got the wrong end of the stick.
He's got drugs.
You are the people we have stopped to question. There is no politeness in this conversation. If we wanted to, we could blast you out of the bloody sky.
Absolutely, and we believe that, don't we, chaps?
Yes, and
So
Scarrick,
hand
we
over the
can't
gun.
breathing.
And we'll leave.
Mr. Scarrick, hand him the gun and stop speaking.
I thought I'd already handed it over, but yeah, I'll be like, yeah, no problem.
One of the troopers takes it and sort of slings it onto him back.
Yeah.
Very well. On about your business, and I shouldn't have to remind you, but traders in wild space are often protected by us. So I would suggest when you do business, you do it fairly.
And that is sage advice, sir. Sage
disembark.
advice.
Yeah.
Carry on. And they leave the ship, boarding onto their own.
As
We'll
we
be
will.
seeing you.
No, we won't. Don't speak.
As your carapace closes and the bombard ship begins to move away, the tension in the air cools.
Well, I think
I
we
reappear.
handled that situation okay.
I did forget that you stole your ray gun.
Turns out Mr. Ozzy was right all along.
I did.
Yes, but
That's why I was hiding.
maybe it's a good thing we had one that we could give them, because they would have searched the ship otherwise.
Yeah, they would have just taken.
They might have been.
Whatever I wanted, I
Packard,
think.
you were such a bitch. You're like,
Excuse me.
you were such a suck up.
Both of you were really.
sorry, sir. Please, sir, don't hurt us, sir.
I'm savage, Miss Patterson.
That
I mean,
wasn't-
coming
that
from the
wasn't
guy
like you at
hiding in
all.
the corner.
Normally, you're like, get the fuck out my ship, bitch.
Mr. Scarrick raises a very valuable point. You were literally invisible for that
Oh yeah,
entire
but
confrontation.
that was for the benefit of everybody, because I was hiding all the good stuff.
Yes,
We wouldn't have had anything if you hadn't decided to steal from him.
that is also a
Why
valid
was
point.
I supposed to know
You're
it was
right.
going to send the fucking space gifs after us?
Oh, how are you supposed to know that your consequences would have actions? Oh, because that's what happens.
I don't sound like that.
You sound exactly
Right, so, right, gentlemen, the moral of the story, don't leave witnesses, kill
No,
everyone.
that's not the moral.
Kill the people you steal from.
No, we don't do crimes.
I feel
do
like
a lot of crimes.
I feel like there's a bit of role reversal
You
going on
tried
here.
killing
think we
someone
only
just because you
do
didn't like the
crimes.
way they were stood once.
We don't do crimes. We're keepers of justice and the law.
Remember Tom Thumb or whatever his name is, the halfling, the tiefling with no, the halfling with no
You
arms.
assaulted
Otherwise-
You tried killing him repeatedly.
you assaulted a little person.
We had a disagreement, but he deserved everything that happened to him. You know, I'm all
You
about
can't call him
fair.
a little person just because he's
judicial
little. He's a
practice.
person. If I can say cat people aren't people, you can't say little people. They're just people. You see
Little people aren't people.
No, they are people, but you
What
can't say
about
the little
Scarry?
people.
He's little.
That's
He's not a
right.
person.
Yeah,
He's a piece of furniture at best.
dwarfs are people too.
Cat.
Look, we're getting off track.
You know how people like get grouchy if they don't sleep enough? Packard's having the opposite effect. He's sleeping too much. He's getting real cranky.
Look, we were lucky to get out of there unscathed.
We could have taken him.
No, we couldn't have. Not even slightly.
The ship would have
think
fit
there's
in the
probably more
barrel
on
of
the
their
ship.
gun.
No, we did the right thing by giving them the ray gun. It's a shame we're now down a ray gun, but that's, you know,
Give them the.
that's neither here nor there. We just kill more
I
clowns.
wanted something with a higher caliber anyway.
Yes, I could tell by the way you were.
If you'd have
Nice.
shot that gun, you'd have gone the other way. It'd have
I
shot you.
could figure something out, maybe like a collapsible tripod that sticks behind me. I
Yeah,
was thinking
why did
about
you just
some
carry a
sort of
cannon
like
with you?
small cannon. Well, that's what I was thinking. I used like making like a long range small cannon. That'd be cool.
Actually, that's a good idea. We should have kind of asked a bit harder for them.
No. They weren't there to sell us things.
So, as
Oh,
your
everyone's got a
conversations go
price
back
tag,
and
Gav.
forth, and you slowly move away from this situation, back into the Astral Sea, your goal now only a couple of days away in sight. This is where we'll end. What dreams will come in the next few days, and what will lie in the Astral Sea? You'll find out next time on Ghost of Saltmarsh.
We haven't been in
continued.
Saltmarsh for weeks.
Yeah,
And
ghosts
I ain't seen
wherever.
any ghosts.
Yeah. There were ghosts. Oh dear. Well, thank you very much, guys. Good session. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Cheers, Paul.
Lots of fun. As
No, thank you,
always,
it was good.
a lot more happens than I think is going to happen. Like, I prepare loads and then we just sit and shag tabaxi and stuff.
Well,
Chat shit.
you better prepare that Gibraltar Rock.
Yes, yeah. We will not be going to the rock. That is for another campaign when we set it in space. I just want to give you sprinkles of salt and pepper to taste. It's not the main, it's only the starter. Right. I will see you next time, guys, and we will
Yeah.
carry on.
Cheers, guys.
See what
Pleasure
happens.
as
Yeah.
always.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you soon.
Farewell.
Bye.